scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall, grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, an inexpensive wooden one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Robert Lane is not a seasoned politician. He grew up in Oldham County and has been in the trenches alongside first responders for over 20 years. As sheriff, he will provide fresh, community-oriented policing perspectives while maintaining a duty to serve citizens fairly and impartially. Vote for a candidate with a servant's heart. Vote Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, committed to community.
I'm Robert Lane, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Robert Lane is not a seasoned politician. He grew up in Oldham County and has been in the trenches alongside first responders for over 20 years. As sheriff, he will provide fresh, community-oriented policing perspectives while maintaining a duty to serve citizens fairly and impartially. Vote for a candidate with a servant's heart. Vote Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, committed to community.
I'm Robert Lane, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828 Metro Windows.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, an inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by Stinnett Plumbing. Reliable, friendly, trusted. Phone 502-690-3070 or go online to stinnettplumbing.com.
This is Rick Reams with Glycod Sports, and I'm here with Coach McBroom from Oldham County High School. Coach, how are we doing today?
Rick, I'm doing well, man. How about yourself?
Oh, every day is a blessing. So, hey, tonight you got a big game with South Oldham. What's your team looking like right now?
Currently we sitting undefeated, but we not satisfied. So we just hungry to get back at it tonight and break this 10-year curse I keep hearing about.
I hear that. So you had an unexpected open week last week. What'd you work on during that time?
We just took that time to really study our opponent, buckle down on some film and some things they like to do. So I feel good about our preparation, and we just going to see where the chips fall tonight.
So you mentioned you're undefeated right now. You haven't been 4-0 in a long time, since the late 2000, I think it was 18. So how do you answer the question? You're a new coach. How are you getting these players to buy into your system so soon?
Well, I think with me being here, this is my 5th year with the program, 11th year coaching, and I just think what's been undervalued is I have 3 state titles. So I come into the seat with 3 titles, so I have a lot of knowledge of the game, 4-year college guy. So I just think my player-like mentality and just being young enough but old enough to correlate with the guys and get the best out of them.
Yeah, I think kind of that's a lost art that these kids today, the way they grow up, they want someone that they can relate to on and off the field. And I would think at your age that would be something that's a real positive in this case.
Oh yeah, man. I'll be 37 this month. But so I got the juice enough for them, but still have the knowledge to keep us buckled down. I got some great assistant coaches, so everything's just working right now, man. But we're not satisfied. We just gonna keep grinding and keep proving people wrong.
Well, let me ask you one more question. What do you expect from your opponent tonight?
I don't had a chance to get some eyes on them live a couple of games. I expect some traditional South Oldham things, wing T, wishbone formations. I know they try to mix in some spread earlier in the year, but I expect them to go to what they know from doing, and that's trying to run the football.
So is your defense set and ready for that, you think?
I believe so. We had a good test with Fern Creek. Very athletic, very fast bunch, and we was able to contain them. So I'm looking to see how we do tonight.
And what about offense? What are you trying to do tonight?
I'm going to go with the game flow. Just whatever presents itself, I like to take what the defense gives me. But if it's tempo or if it's run the ball, we right now we've been pretty balanced. And I like what Ford is doing. So we're going to put the ball in Sam Young's hand and keep rolling.
Well, Coach, I tell you what, I really appreciate your time. I wish you luck tonight. I'm excited to be down there to see this game. I've never seen either of your team play, so tonight will be a new thing for me, and I wish you good luck. I hope no one gets hurt during the game, and I just hope you have a great year from here on out.
Hey, Mr. Jade, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For your surprisingly great home and auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I started smoking probably around 11 or 12 years old, and then within a couple of years, of course, it's just part of your life. I quit in 2012 on May 2nd, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, in the parking lot of the hospital I was about to get admitted to because my left lung had collapsed. I was in the hospital for over 2 months. And then I was home with a tube coming out of my chest for about 6 weeks after that. And that's when I was diagnosed with stage 4. And eventually I will probably die from COPD. I had worked in the construction industry. I love to build things. In our old home, it was a fun place. And I built it all with my own hands, the walls, the ceiling, the floors. And that got taken away. We owned a boat, and I had to give it up. I couldn't physically handle it anymore. So we thought, well, let's maybe try to travel a little bit. So we bought a camper, and I had to give that up because I just couldn't, it's physically demanding. So your world just keeps shrinking. When you lay in bed at night, you're by yourself, that's when it weighs on you.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
He thinks they're going to run the ball tonight. So, and in your interview, I kind of got that idea also. You know, it's interesting when Coach talked about that everyone wants to see the passing game, but Coach Reed said, you know, you have to have the right athletes to do that. Mm-hmm. And I think we've seen that in a lot of football teams. You're trying to do something you just can't do because you don't have the players to do that. So I think you go back to what you know, and that is why this game may be totally different tonight than the scouting report would say.
Absolutely. Interesting to see. And on the other side, be interested to see how the Oldham County defense stacks up. They're 3-0, but the stat sheet on that side of the ball fairly quiet. Not a bunch of tackles for loss, not a bunch of sacks or interceptions. Might have to have some negative plays from their defense to be competitive tonight.
That's what you want in a game like this. You want to go out and set a precedent. It's kind of like what we talked about last week. You want to go out and make a stop, no matter which team it is. But you're right. You know, if you're Oldham County, you want your defenders to be out there ready. And if you're South Oldham, you want to say, okay, you don't have the huge stats, you don't have the huge numbers. Can you stop us? Let's see. We're going to find out pretty quickly. But you're right. I mean, you score all the points, but that's just one side of the ball. You can outscore a team, but it's a lot nicer when you can stop the other team from scoring.
Absolutely. Now down to about a minute and a half to go. Beautiful night, big crowd, student sections, both on this side near the press box and across the way on the Oldham County sideline. They're both full. I'm terrible at looking at a crowd and putting a number on it, and I would hate to do it tonight, but I know everywhere I look there's a lot of people.
There are, and there are people lined up. I mean, it's like standing room only. There's people lined up against the fence. They are here. They're ready. I can't imagine there's many people from Oldham County that aren't here. I'm guessing maybe the North Oldham people aren't here, but I'm guessing that's the only people.
They might be here to scout. I don't know. Yeah. They'll stand out because they're not in the blue of Oldham County or the black and dark green South Oldham, so should be easy to pick out. We are almost ready to go. Oldham County taking the field in their blue and white garb, sharp blue helmets there.
Looks like Oldham County will be getting the ball first. So you want to, again, both sides want to set an early tone to this game.
Absolutely. Looks like Trent Garrison and Tyler Lindemere back to return this opening kickoff.
And number 7.
This is where the nerves are just about at their highest, but once the ball comes into play, it's still going to be exciting, but this is what they've been waiting for. Let's get the clock at 12 minutes started. Let's play 4 quarters, and let's say who's left standing at the end.
That's it. Does South Oldham run it to 11 in a row, or does North Oldham would love to end the streak. Does Oldham County end the streak? Ben Durham's got the ball teed up for the South Oldham Dragons, ready to kick to the Oldham County Colonels here at Irvin Stadium. We are underway. Nice boot, going to settle down to Garrison. Here he comes across the 20 there, picks his way up to about the 25. Good coverage on the opening kick for South Oldham.
Didn't have much room at all. A game tackle on there. Hold on to the ball. Don't make early mistakes. You don't want to give the other team a short field to play with.
Oh, we talked about him a lot. I don't think you're going to have to wait long to see Sam Young, the 6'3", 180-pound senior quarterback. Caden Shepard is his leading rusher. He'll start in the backfield. Actually, it's Justin Ruffin who settles in beside Young in the backfield. 3 receivers right, 1 left. So a pass look here. Empty backfield with Ruffin going out. And here goes Young on the ground. He picks his way for 5, for 10, for 15, near 20 yards. A nice run for Sam Young to get it underway.
Great way to start. He took it back, saw real quickly the defense was dropping back all their men. He made a nice run, made a nice move to get the first down, and again, get those jitters out and get playing football.
Picked up 18, 41 carries, 225 on the ground, 5 touchdowns for Sam Young, so he can hurt you that way or through the air, where he's 33 of 48, 621, 7 touchdowns, no interceptions. 1st and 10 for the Colonels on their own 43, just underway. Ruffin goes on a jet sweep, and he is hit and dropped. Nice play by that disciplined South Oldham defense.
Yeah, they stayed at home, stayed right where they should have been. They got excited there on that play. Got a loss of about 6 yards on that play, four. But a great defensive play. Try to maybe take a little wrinkle there and see what would happen. And South Oldham just blew that play up.
2nd down. About 14 now. The Colonels back on their own 39. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Young gives it off inside to the power back, who dives out to about the 44 or 45. Caden Shepard on the carry.
He's a big back, 5'11", 240 sophomore, and he's going to be tough to bring down.
They actually give him the 45, which makes it 3rd and 8. 10:20 to go, opening quarter. Play fake to Shepard. Young sets deep, but he is going to be sacked by the Dragons.
Boy, I tell you what, he had no time at all to get rid of that ball. He made the ball fake and then was just met in the backfield. A great defensive series for South Oldham.
Young gashes him with an 18-yard run, but then they turned him back, and in fact, after the sack, moved the ball back to about the 35. Punt situation. Luke Oliveras back deep for the South Oldham Dragons. Scott Monteleone, the punter. And he puts a toe into that. That is a bomb. That's fumbled by the return man. It's loose on the turf. I think Oliveras able to get on it. Actually, it was Houston Manning, the young man who punts, and he hit a rocket of a kick.
You know, that's one thing you don't see a lot in high school football is good punting. You see some good kickers, but the punting, really, that was an excellent kick. The fumble went backwards, but again, South Oldham at least got on the ball. You do not want to give Oldham a short field there.
Between the long punt and the fumbled return, about a 50-yard transition there, and South Oldham will start at their own 15. Devlin McGee is the quarterback. And he is under center. Hard count. Looks like it drew somebody off.
South Oldham may have jumped first. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you got it. Back 5 yards. Not a popular call with the folks here on the South Oldham side, but looked to be accurate.
If I'm 1 for 1 tonight, I think I'll quit there.
No one to hold him, no one to fold him.
That's right. The quarterback made that quick clap, and I think his lineman was so excited he moved on it.
Looks like it's McCubbin in there behind McGee. And they run it in the middle. Now they run it on the edge. And nice gain right there. Out across the 20, near the first down marker is Jack McCubbin.
You don't see a whole lot of teams that run that. And so I think the defense is going to have to get used to, you got to make a decision. You take the quarterback or you take the pitch man. And on that case, they went after the quarterback. He made a nice read and made a pitch out for, like you said, a gain almost just, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, pick up a 13, so 2nd and 2 at the 23. Bunched in tight around Devlin McGee. He's got a motion man. He fakes to him and gives inside for the first down. Nice run up the middle. Needed 2, got 4.
That's how you want to do it. Keep the chains moving, get a first down on that play. And again, I think we're seeing the trend for this game. They're going to stay on the ground. They're going to make Oldham stop them.
Is Jeff Burton on the carry, picking up 4 and a first down. South Oldham on their own 28. The Dragons on their first possession. No score yet. 8:45 to go, opening quarter. McGee drops to throw this time. He'll take a shot down the field. He's got a man. It's caught at midfield. Nice grab right there by Christian Danielson.
Boy, a nice throw and a nice catch. Probably was interfered with. They didn't call anything, but he made the catch, and this is a nice drive to start the game. And so we're going to say 1 and 1. I said they're going to stay on the ground, and they went up in the air. But, hey, that's what you want to do. Keep the defense guessing. You don't want to be too predictable, and on that play they were not.
Gain 24, just One guy out there, simple pattern. It's either going to be a catch or an incompletion. Worked out that time. 1st and 10 for the Dragons at the Oldham 48. They run it inside with Burton, picks his way, gain of 4 or 5. Nice gain.
He got met in the backfield, but did not go down on first contact. And like you said, fell forward for about 4 or 5 yards. Good gain for him.
South Oldham offensive line holding their own early.
Big boys out there on the offensive line, and you can tell they're excited. That's what you want. You want linemen that just love contact.
2nd and 5 at the 43. Pitch around to the deep back, and here he comes looking for the edge, and he's near the first down marker. That was McCubbin.
It's going to be a 3rd down here, and Oldham really needs to try to get this stop here so they can try to at least get the ball back. But as we talked about last week, these teams are not going to kick easily. The 4th down and short, they will go.
3rd and 1 at the 39. Center Ethan Phillips has led them up to the line. Here's Devlin McGee. Gives it off to a deep man. It's McCubbin, and I don't know. That's close.
It's all going to be the mark there. It's like you said, that's very close. Well, they're saying it's 4th down, so here's where you make this decision. I don't think there's much decision to make.
Absolutely not.
You actually go for this one.
They'll run behind that big line. Toby Sersone, Grayson Brashear, the tackles, J.T. Self, and 325-pound Ronnie Simpson, the guards. Ethan Phillips, the center. 4th and a foot. I suspect we will see the Bulldozers plow a little land right here.
Absolutely.
See so much of teams in the gun, could just see a sneak. But no, they run, they fumbled, and it is going to be turned over.
Boy, big play there. He tried to pull it out from his running back.
Yeah.
And never had hold of the ball. It didn't matter that Oldham County recovered. It was going to be their ball anyhow. But, on that play, sometimes you overthink yourself. He stays under center anyhow. Like you said, just go forward. There's no need to hand that ball off because then you introduce a possibility of mistake, which we just saw.
Right. So Oldham County gets a much-needed stop. Get a breather for that Colonel defense. Sam Young back on. Caden Shepard in the shotgun formation beside him. Justin Ruffin is their top receiver. But they leave it with Shepard, and he picks his way for a yard or 2.
Got across the line of scrimmage there. Good tackle by South Oldham. They did a good job on that play. Tried to run a little the off center, off guard there. So they're keeping teams guessing also. But they need to get some yards here.
Call it a pickup of a yard. 2nd and 9 at the 41. 6:47 to go here in a scoreless first quarter. Second possession for Oldham County. This time Young under center, and somebody flinched up front. Looked like big number 35 from South Oldham, Malachi Kleber.
Boy, that's when your ears are pinned back. You're ready to go, and then you take it on the first inflection and get that 5-yard penalty. There was no doubt on that one. He came across, pushed the lineman down on his backside. So an easy call for the officials on that one.
Opens up the playbook here for Oldham County. 2nd and 4, a little different than 2nd and 9. Ball at the 46. And they leave it with Shepard, and he's picking his way. I think he's just shy of the first down, but in the vicinity of midfield.
It's going to be, looks like 3rd and short, like you said. And, he's a big boy, but he's not going to beat you with his speed. But he is a hoss to take down.
It's going to check out here, it looks like.
3rd down, 1 to go.
Interesting on 3rd and 1, but senior quarterback, everything's in play, I'm sure.
They're going to go under center also.
They're bunched in tight. Grant Gilchrist is the back behind Young. And busted play, and Young just gets the first down. Picks up 5 yards.
Yeah, Young pointed to Gilchrist where to go, where to line up. He didn't line up there. Then he didn't come forward. But you make something out of nothing and get a first down. Again, you follow your big lineman there.
And for Oldham County, it's got to be big to not get in a hole with this 10-game streak. The longer that they hang in there, the better they're going to feel about their chances late.
Exactly. Your confidence just increases.
1st and 10 for the Colonels at the Dragon 46. 5:05 to go in the quarter. Young rolls to throw. Had all day. Now he throws. He's got a man. Nice, patient play right there by Sam Young. Veteran play to take his time and then find Mason Sidoris.
That's exactly what I was going to say. He sprinted all the way out to the side, but he never took his eyes off the players down the field. Hit him right on the sideline. A great play for a big gainer on a 1st down.
It's Wes Alexander, 9 and 3. Look pretty similar from my vantage point. Alexander 6'3", 166. 2nd and short, they run inside, and the back easily gets the 1st down, takes it down to the 31. I believe that was Gilchrist again.
You know, I love to see that. You give the kid another chance. Give him the ball. He'll be the first to tell you, I ran the wrong play the last time. But you build his confidence. You put him back in. Like I said, a nice run for a 1st down.
He looked much more comfortable that time.
Yes. The first time he did look lost.
Gilchrist stays in, 1st and 10 at the 31. 4:26 to go in the opening quarter. Another flinch up front, and there comes the flag.
Tell you, he's very, very good about doing a voice inflection because, you know, the defensive linemen, they're just pinned back waiting to hear that. And on those 2 plays this drive, they've jumped too early, and you just really can't afford to make those mistakes.
Kyle Smith came across, and we've got a timeout. No score here at Oldham County, South Oldham. You are watching Oldham South Oldham football here on Glycod.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Sam Young with a bullet into the end zone to Jackson Elkins. A 31-yard strike gets Oldham County on the board. Quick timeout. The officials were not wanting to take the break, so they hurried him back, and Oldham County took advantage. 2-point play. Dives in. Jacob Davis. It's 8-0 Oldham County. Now we'll take a timeout here on Glycod.
I think it's going to be a Blake.
Oldham County up 8-0.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
County cashes in 31-yard scoring strike for Sam Young, his 8th of the year. It is target Elkins, and a 2-point run by Jacob Davis makes it 8-0 Colonels. What an early boost for Oldham.
Oh, you get a huge play there because you get the turnover, you get the ball, you march it down the field with 2 penalties, make a nice throw. We saw why he is such a good quarterback. Perfectly thrown ball for the touchdown.
So Oldham County preparing to kick it away. High driving kick will be returnable. Cross the 15, cross the 20, trying to find an edge, and it's just not there. Good coverage by Oldham County. Stops Luke Oliveras around the 20.
Nice kickoff, very high. That's what you want to do. If you can't kick it all the way out of the end zone, kick it as high as you're able to. Give your players some time to get down the field and make that stop, and you'll take it every time if you'll stop them at the 20.
Early momentum going the Colonel's way. Let's see what the South Oldham Dragons have to answer with. Shotgun formation this time. 2 backs with McGee. They run it inside, got a hole. Boy, he gained about 6 yards there, did McCubbin, but he was one missed tackle away from gaining a lot more.
He was. He had one man to beat, and that man got him. But it was a nice play. They kind of crossed everything up. Oldham went the wrong way to get the ball, and the ball carrier, a nice game. But you're right, boy, that could have been a long, long run.
2nd and 4 now at the 26. McGee's got 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Here comes the run again, and a first down, pickup of 5-6 yards. McCubbin again. They're riding that horse at the moment.
Absolutely. And if you're South Oldham, you want to put together a drive and get in the end zone. You don't want to let Oldham County's confidence just continue to increase. Again, do what you do the best. Don't try to make it too fancy. Just get the ball down the field.
The old KISS acronym. Keep it simple. I don't know, silly, stupid, you can pick your own S. Little option look here. A pitch out on the wide side. Nice gain across the 45. Burton out near the 50. Nice pickup. Little old school football with the option.
I tell you, if you can run that, it's great, simply because kids have never seen that before. Honestly, we grew up with the Texas, the Oklahomas, all the teams that ran that, and even then it was difficult to stop, and you see it in the college game now. Some teams who still run that, it's very difficult to stop. You have to have a quarterback, though, that knows how to run it. On that one, he did a great job making that pitch.
Pickup of 17, first down. South Oldham trailing 8-0, but on the move. Now at their own 49, 2:35 to go in the quarter. They run inside and nothing doing. This time Oldham County all over it.
Another little jet sweep there, and what happened was Oldham's defensive line pushed the offensive line so far back that the wide receiver had nowhere to go with the ball, so he ended up hitting his own lineman, stopping his progress, and then they got him for about a 2-yard loss.
2nd down and 12 now coming up.
Spotted at the 47. You know, for Oldham to get off schedule is one thing. For South Oldham, it's probably a little bigger deal to keep positive yards coming. We'll see what they come with on 2nd and 12. 47, just inside 2 minutes. Hit the edge with a run across the 50, down to about the 47.
That's an impressive call. That's the same play, the same exact play. You go back to it, which, you know, honestly, if you're Oldham County, you're not expecting that. You did such a good job on the first play, but now you've got a 3rd and medium, and this is a huge down, really, for both teams. But as you said, for South Oldham, you want to keep moving down the field.
It's Jacob Acevedo on the carry. A 3rd and, call it 5. Ball at the Oldham 46. It's 8-0 Oldham County. The defense trying to preserve this lead. South Oldham trying to crack it. They run it inside, and they didn't get there. They got half of what they needed. But Burton taken down 2 yards or so shy.
So right now, if you're South Oldham, you say, okay, we're 0 for 1. Let's make it 1 for 2 here. So they're going to go for this. Oldham, they want to make a big stop again.
Final minute of the first quarter. 8-0 Oldham County. Big play here as it's 4th and 2 for South Oldham. McGee hands it off. I don't know. I don't think so, but it's close.
Boy, that is really, really close.
I think they may have turned him back twice.
It's one of those left foot, right foot spots, but I think you're right. Boy, if the referee can make the call from here, I'm very impressed. I think I would have to have a measurement.
Oh. Nope, it is short. Yes, sir.
2 drives, 2 good drives.
Yeah.
2 stops on 4th down. Boy, you want to talk about momentum gaining and momentum killing. We're seeing it right now.
Oldham County just doing a brilliant job up front.
You know, in both drives, they bend but don't break. And that's exactly, as you said on the first play, it could have gone for a long play, but there was a good tackle made, and then you go from here and you get the ball back.
41 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Oldham County out 8-0. Senior quarterback Sam Young leaves it inside with Shepard. Boy, he's a bruiser. Picks his way for about 3.
Well, I tell you what, this kid's a sophomore. I can't wait to see as he gets older and older. Just really big boy.
Call it a gain of 2 to the 44. It's an interesting contrast with Young. Maybe the final play of the quarter coming up. Clock inside 15 seconds. Oldham looks to the side with 10.
Yeah, they're going to let this one run out.
The clock is being a little bit buggy, but it will make its way eventually to 0. So after one quarter, Oldham County 8, South Oldham nothing. You are listening to Oldham, South Oldham, and watching on Glycod.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Oldham County opens the second quarter with a rushing play for a loss, and now they're going to be behind the sticks on third down, Rick.
Third and long here. That's a nice play to start the quarter if you're South Oldham. Now you're going to have to see what you can call in your playbook to get third and 12. Have a one local score. We have Bullitt East ahead of Bullitt Central 12-7 at Bullitt East. First quarter, 7 minutes, 52 seconds left.
Sounds like a shootout there. Here it's 8-0 Oldham County, third and 12. Throwing 39, 11 and a half minutes. Young's going to throw. Now he ducks under, and now he's hit and sacked.
You know, on those plays where it's third and long, if you're a defender, you really can just go for the ball, because on that play, you know they're going to have to make a long throw to get a first down, and he just didn't have time to do it. You got to give your secondary credit on that also, because he couldn't find anyone no matter how long he had it back there.
Malachi Kleber, the guy who finished it off. It is a sack, punting situation. Houston Manning back deep to kick. Luke Oliveras back to return, standing just inside his own 30. Fourth and long. Manning. This time Shanks' his kick. It's off to the right. It hits at the 40 there and takes a nice bounce. So ends up with a pretty good boot again as it's down at the 23.
Yeah, it wasn't as pretty, but boy, I tell you what, if you can get that result, no one was going to get near it and field it. Bounced about 25, 30 yards down the field. If you're South Oldham, you have to take this drive. I think that's the key right now. You have given up the ball twice. They scored, but you just stopped them. So now, let's do what we can do. Let's get the ball down the field. Let's not get to a fourth and short. Let's get ahead of the sticks, and let's have a good drive with 10 minutes, 31 seconds left in the second quarter.
Dragons will go on offense at their own 23, 10:31 to go in the first half.
First and 10.
8-0 Oldham County. Late sub in and a run out on the edge. Nice gain. Picking his way, the back. Got to be impressed with how careful these Dragon rushers are about letting plays develop, not overrunning their holes.
That's a hard thing to teach a kid, because some running backs get so excited that they want to hit the thing they think is the hole. But if you give it a little bit of time, you can actually see if that is the hole you need to go to.
McCubbin picks up 8, 2nd and 2. 31-yard line. McGee looks like he fumbled the snap. Now he picks it up, and I think he got back to the line, might have even gained a yard out of it.
Yeah, I think on that they had another jet sweep called. McGee wanted to get the ball so quickly that he just misplayed the snap. But, hey, if you get that ball back, at least get something out of nothing.
He made the 30 2. I'll call it 3rd and a long 1. The first down marker is across the 33. 3rd and about 1.5. As you said, boy, having been stopped twice, pivotal for South Oldham to get some continuity here. 9:17 to go in the half. They run it, and sneaking through the ball carrier, Burton kind of made a hole where there wasn't one.
Well, and he did a good job of not going down on the first contact. He said, I'm going to get this first down. He kept those legs moving, and that's exactly what he did. He got a first down for his team to keep this drive going.
5'10", 185, but he kind of runs bigger than his size.
Exactly.
1st and 10 at the 39, McGee. Hands it off, power running. About 2 yards and earned every inch of it.
Yeah, he got hit about 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage and just would not go down. Great effort, great run.
He picked up 3. Well, you know, you pick up 3 times, you're pretty close to where you want to be.
Except for then you're at 4th and 1.
And that hasn't been good to them. Yeah,
exactly.
that's true. Maybe that's the problem.
Exactly.
2nd and 7. Dragons at their own 37. They trail 8-0. 8:12 to go in the first half. Flag in on the play as the run stopped a couple yards shy of the first down, but I would guess something of the procedural variety against South Oldham.
The wide receiver was so ready to block that he jumped early again. So that's one of those, he's all out there by himself, and I tell you what, the officials are going to see that, and boy, that just makes you feel terrible.
I think the conversation is, do you take the play or the penalty?
Several the problem was at first the referee was looking at the South Oldham side. I think they would say, we'll decline that penalty.
Yeah. 3rd and 2 or 3 sounded pretty good compared to 2nd and 12, which is where we'll be. Shotgun formation. Devlin McGee rolls right, sets, throws a dart downfield, caught for a first down now across midfield. Heck of a play out there by South Oldham.
Boy, he showed me an arm that I wasn't sure he had. A lot of strength on that ball. He threw it kind of across his body, threw it right to where his player had just made the turn. The ball was waiting for him. What you want there, you go from 2nd and long to a long gainer for a first down.
Big time play. South Oldham. It's like Connor Hayden, the tight end, on the catch.
Liberty Financial first down for South Oldham.
First down now for the Dragons. They run it inside and nothing doing. Oldham County not fooled on that one.
No, they were waiting for that one. They sniffed that one out early, got him in the backfield. A great play by Oldham County there. Again, to get a 2nd and 12, but you can't give up that big pass play again.
You can see why you would throw the ball with McGee, but at the same time, a bevy of running backs. It's kind of a matter of deciding what you don't want to do, I guess, if you're Coach Reed and the Dragons.
For a 38% passer, he looked pretty good on that one.
Yeah. 2nd and 11 at the 49. McGee rolls left, looks to throw again, now tucks it, and doesn't get much. Got back to the line, maybe a yard.
I think that's where you see a little bit of inexperience, just because he didn't let the play come to fruition. He looked one place and then just tucked it and ran, where he could have given himself a little more time. He really wasn't under that much pressure.
Well, it'll be 3rd and long, call it 12. Ball at the midfield stripe. Connor Hayden, the senior tight end who had the nice catch a couple plays ago, brings in the play call here on 3rd and long. 6:16 to go in the first half. 8-0 Oldham County. South Oldham, the big play here on 3rd and long. McGee under center. They're bunched in tight. Here comes a little trickery, and it didn't work. Boy, Oldham County was just everywhere on that one.
Yeah, that play South Oldham kind of blew it up themselves. They had 2 linemen run into each other, push the play back, and boy, I tell you what, You got that big gain, and now you're back to 4th and a long way.
It was Connor Hayden who ended up with the ball, but taken down for a loss of 6. Punting situation. Elkins back for Oldham County to receive the punt. Here it comes, high driving kick. Elkins grabs it at the 27. Well, moment of indecision there. He wanted to call the fair catch, and then I think thought about running and realized he couldn't.
He had a half fair catch there. We'll just say he had a fair. So
a semi-fair catch, yes.
So
better than a fair semi-catch,
exactly
which could be a problem.
Right.
So
exactly right. It's all in how you use those words. But yeah, he smart just to catch that ball and let your offense come on the field where you are.
1st and 10 Colonels. They lead 8-0. Their own 28 as they make their bid to end a 10-year losing streak to South Oldham. Sam Young was just an elementary school student then. He hands it off to Shepard inside, picks his way. That guy's going to be a handful come the 3rd and the 4th quarter.
Boy, he is. And that's what you're doing right now. You're wearing him down with those little plays like that. And like you say, with his size and his bulk, I tell you what, the 4th quarter, it may well show.
Deliver to the body and the head will follow, I believe, is how the boxers would say it.
Exactly.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5, 33-yard line, 4:48 to go, and the clock running, 8-0. Oldham County the lead, the ball, the momentum. Senior quarterback Sam Young puts a man in motion. They run it inside with Shepard, and not much there this time.
That's how you got to tackle him. Go low after him. Not dirty, just go low after him. He's so big. If you try to tackle him up top, he's just going to shake you. But that was a good play. And a big 3rd down here for Oldham.
3rd and 4, their own 34. 4:20 to go until intermission. Young hands it off. Short yardage, and it's going to be shy of the 1st down.
That's a little surprising call. I wasn't expecting that one. It looks like they're going to keep their offense out there. This is a huge play if they do on their own 38-yard line.
4th down and a yard.
Thank you to the parent.
And the offense will stay on. 4th and 1, they run it inside. I don't know. He didn't get it.
Not even close on that one, I tell you. Great defensive stand. And again, you're on your own 38-yard line, and you give that ball right back to South Oldham. Again, a momentum change.
Kind of surprised they didn't just punt, but, everybody's 100% on second guesses, so.
Exactly. On some of those 4th downs, that's a great play to fake that dive and have a little pass to your tight end or receiver. A lot of times they're going to be wide open. You may see that later on, but boy, you give the ball back in really, really good field position.
Yeah, costly way to set it up if that's it. South Oldham now tries to recapture momentum. 1st and 10 at the Oldham 37. McGee drops, hit, sacked.
Great play there. McGee actually did a good job of holding on to that ball. He wasn't expecting to get hit, juggled a little bit, went down to the ground, but hey, keep possession of the ball, but very good defense by Oldham County.
It's Grant Gilchrist, the running back / linebacker.
Good hit there. Made a great tackle.
They call him a safety, actually, but boy, I'm looking at where he's lined up, and he's about 2 yards from the ball right now, so nomenclature be darned. It is what it is. 2nd and 12 at the 42. Devlin McGee wants to throw. Does he have time? He takes a shot. Incomplete.
Yeah, he tried to get that one all the way across the field. That's a long ball to throw. Can be a dangerous pass. He did put air underneath it, which is a lot better than throwing it on a line there. But you've got 3rd and long right now, and I'm not sure what you have in your playbook for 3rd and 15, but now's the time you're going to have to pull it out.
Oldham County really being aggressive, pressing the receivers, just daring them to take a shot down the field. See if they do. 3rd and 15 at the 43. 8-0 Oldham County. South Oldham with good field position, but heavy blitz coming. McGee, there's the deep ball. It's out there, one-on-one, incomplete.
Boy, receiver, I think if he would have just kept on going, he would have had it. But, you know, you asked me the question early on, or you said, what's Oldham County's defense going to look like? And, boy, I tell you what, so far, pitching a shutout with 2:48 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, been very aggressive. You know, haven't sat back and let South Oldham bring the game to them. A couple big fourth down plays, a nice stand here after the turnover on the 38. Actually pushed him back 4 or 5 yards, and now we'll get the ball back with 2:48 to go in the half. Snap is clean. Punt is out of there. It's a line drive that's going to hit at the 15. Sideways bounce. That's going to work out beautifully for South Oldham. He'll let it roll and roll and pin the Colonels at about their own 1 yard line.
Got 99 yards to go.
All the way down to the 2 yard line.
I found myself thinking of the old soul song, 99 and a half won't do. It would, but that's almost what it would take from here. So
you have 2 minutes and 37 seconds. If you're Oldham County, you don't want to make a mistake right here.
I would think they would happily trade a first down or two and grinding out that 2:37 to get in the locker room up 8-0, but we'll see. That's why Tayshawn McBroom's the guy with the headset. 1st and 10 at their own 1. Looked like a quarterback run for Young. Just picks up what he can. Nice gain, really.
Yeah, that was a good play. And I tell you, you put a lot of pressure on your center right there. He's snapping that ball back about 3 or 4 yards in the end zone. Your quarterback gets the ball, makes the decision just to run. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. As we talked about, they wanted to kind of milk that clock, and South Oldham said, not so fast.
We'll take the break as well. 8-0 Oldham County, 2:16 to go in the second here on Glycod.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by Stinnett Plumbing. Reliable, friendly, trusted. Phone 502-690-3070 or go online to StinnettPlumbing.com.
Eight 8-0 Oldham County. They're trying to hold on to the ball and grind out 2:16 o'clock and get to the locker room up 8-0. They run it inside. No, it was a fake to Shepard. Young kept it and dove for a first down. Boy, a nice play fake right there.
Very nice. And all of a sudden, you know, the thinking starts to change a little bit for Oldham County. You've got a little bit of field to play with. You still don't want to do anything crazy, but you're just not going to be happy with just maybe trying to grind the clock out. At least give it a try here.
Senior quarterback, 8 touchdowns to no interceptions. Yeah, there's got to be an element of temptation to say maybe we can catch somebody napping. 1st and 10 at the 13. Minute 50, clock running. Young looks, takes his time. Now he slings it. He's got a man, but it's short because he was under pretty heavy duress.
A lot of pressure there on that one. Held the ball as long as he could. Got a little bit of rush, moved to the outside, and just couldn't make that long pass. Now you're back to 2nd and 10, and maybe South Laurel's thinking, okay, here we go again. Now that time would they stop the clock with the incomplete pass?
A little cat and mouse here. Tayshawn McBroom, Jamie Reed, you and I spoke before the game. Interesting to note, 2 African-American head coaches in this game.
You just love to see that.
Yeah.
In a town, a county that's not high in African-American population, I love to see these 2 coaches out here.
Absolutely. OC looks to throw, caught. First down, out across the 25. A nice play to Jacob Davis right there.
He seems to throw a lot better ball when he's on the move. A lot of times when he dropped straight back, he had trouble getting that ball off. And this way, nice play down the field. And again, they're moving the ball. They started on the 1.
Only one way to go from there.
Exactly.
Out to the 27, minute 30. First down. Young to throw again. Takes a shot. It's low, but I believe it's caught.
Yeah.
Nice grab out there. Justin Ruffin, his top receiver on the season.
Yeah, you know, I've always said you can have a great quarterback, but if you don't have anyone that can catch the ball, you're in trouble. And Oldham County is not having any trouble right now.
That's it. 8-0 Oldham. We'll take the break with 1:20 until halftime here on Glycod.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For your surprisingly great auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Oldham County may be getting a little more aggressive here. They're up 8-0 with 1:20 left to go in the half. They've gone from the shadows of their goal line out to their own 40. 1st and 10. Sam Young, senior quarterback, sets deep. Rush comes, he eludes it, dives up to about the 45.
You know, if you remember in the coach's interview that I had with Coach McBroom, he said he's going to see how he feels. And right now he feels like they can move this ball down the field and score before half.
1 minute, clock running. See how aggressive they get. All 3 timeouts still in their pockets. 2nd and 6 at the 44. Young going to take a shot. He's got a man deep. It's out there. What a grab by the young man on the sideline. Holy smokes, what a catch.
Wow.
By Jason Elkins.
Jason Elkins. I tell you what, that ball was on the wrong side of him. He turned all the way around and caught it one-handed. My gracious, one of the best catches I've seen this year.
It's Jackson Elkins, illiteracy, a terrible battle, which I temporarily fight, but it was a heck of a catch. So good it blinded me, Rick.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So just a great play, and man, they are on the move with plenty of time.
33-yard gain on the pass. Elkins with the touchdown earlier. Now 47 seconds. 1st and 10 at the 24. Young puts it in the end zone. Diving attempt. He got it. Holy cow. Wes Alexander with a catch.
99 yards in a little over a minute. Wow. That is a drive. Coach McBroom said, I'm feeling it. Let's throw it. Let's do it. We're not going to take this ball and just go to halftime up 8-0. They're right up now 14-0 with 41 seconds to go. What a drive.
The senior quarterback, Sam Young, right in the middle of all of it. Just doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
And a beautifully, perfectly thrown ball.
In a cool contest. And our Marching Dragons will be performing as well.
Kicker on for an extra point to try to make it 15-0. Davis ran for 2 earlier. He's the holder here. Snaps clean. Kick is away. It's high enough, but it's wide.
Wide
no
left.
good.
That's where that 2-point conversion comes in and more important early on. I tell you what, I would say South Oldham just needs to get the ball and take a knee, but at this point, you may want to build up a little momentum, but you don't want to give Oldham County the ball back.
That's
because
true.
We've seen they have quick strike potential for sure.
Been 8-0 for a long time, but then, you know, the big turnover comes to naught. South Oldham gets it at the 37, moves back a few yards, punts it back in the coffin corner. Oldham County wasn't phased, took it the length of the field. Big touchdown, 14-0. Of course, South Oldham will get the ball out of the half.
Right. But like you said, I tell you what, you've seen Sam Young play a lot more than I have. He is a ball player. A beautifully thrown ball. Again, dropped it in right where his receiver could get it, but no one else can. I tell you what, I'm very impressed.
For the last 2 weeks, you and I have seen Samuel Cornett from Frederick Douglass and now Sam Young from Oldham County. 2 fine quarterbacks. There's some colleges who are going to get a couple of good ones in those guys.
Yeah. There's something about Sam's at quarterback right now, for you and me at least.
Oldham County up 14-0. Nice driving kickoff. Here's the return. South Oldham looking for a seam. Not much of one there. Pretty well covered by Oldham County. It's getting a little extracurricular down there.
I think that's going to continue to get chippier and chippier as this game goes. That was an excellent kick all the way down to the 1 yard line. What I thought about was how ironic if he got a 99-yard return there. But he just took it up to the 27-yard line. So I'm always looking for those spectacular things that will work out perfectly for you and I to talk about.
This has been a surprise. 14-0 Oldham County. Let's see if South Oldham's aggressive here in the final 38 seconds of the half.
They're going shotgun.
72 yards from the end zone. We got a flag. It's the back judge.
Flag comes out.
Delay of game. Nope, a timeout. Timeout, Oldham County. We'll just stay here. Seconds to go in the half.
Well, I tell you what, Oldham County has come out and done everything they wanted to do so far. Stopping them on defense, big plays on offense. Those 2 4th down stops have been huge plays. And even a turnover didn't hurt them.
No, it's pretty much been, if you'd asked Coach McBroom to script the first half of this game, I'd say you'd be looking at something pretty close to what we've seen.
You could tell from his voice how excited he was, but also how ready he is to put this 10-game losing streak away.
Well, and it might help for him. Michael Fox has been the coach here at Oldham County recently. He's 0-0 in this series.
Yes.
It's a new thing for him. So Jamie Reed's 10-1, but in some jeopardy here. Devlin McGee rolls. He's going to take a shot. Caught up near the 45, so they do go aggressive. Connor Hayden able to gain some yardage. Only took 5 seconds.
You like to see that if you're I like to see it as South Oldham, not just to take a knee and get into halftime. You tell your kids, we could do this. Let's do it right now.
33 seconds on the clock. 1st and 10 Dragons. Their own 45. They trail 14-0. McGee rolls right. Now he sits. Now he fires. He's got a man over there. Is he in bounds? Yes, he is.
Well, he got 2 feet in bounds there. That was an NFL first down. A good play. Oldham County, of course, is in defense, and you don't want to get in prevent. You don't want anyone to get behind you.
Right.
But after a while, you have to watch them just dink and dunking down the field because, like I said, there's only 29 seconds. It's still a long time.
Danielson is the man on the spot, and we've got a timeout. I think it's Oldham County. One of the Oldham County defensive coaches was about 4 yards out on the field, and once the whistle blew, he made his way out the rest of the way. Yeah, I think he's probably relating your point, Rick, in slightly stronger verbiage.
Maybe words we couldn't use on this broadcast. But, I wanted to go back and talk about Coach McBroom. He talked about winning state championships. What he can tell this team is, guys, this is nothing. I have been to the pinnacle, and we've won the game. So why is this any different? He brings in that instant credibility. And these kids, you can tell, have bought into that. Even though he was an assistant coach, I know, I've been an assistant coach and I've been a head coach. You can do a lot of things different when you're the head coach.
Mm-hmm. Getting his opportunity, undefeated so far, and with 29 seconds to go in the half, possibly on his way to a pretty good upset here. But South Oldham might have some things to say about it. 1st and 10 at the Oldham 44. McGee takes a shot over the middle. It's caught at the 25. Down to the 15. Down to the 13. Christian Danielson making some big catches right here for the Dragons.
Boy, I tell you what, they're opening it up. This is the offense that they tried probably the first couple of weeks. And, boy, right now it's working.
They may not want to run it. They may have to run it.
Absolutely.
20 seconds, clock running. McGee drops. Looks to throw. Pressure comes. Throws in the corner. It's got a man, and it's caught. What a grab in the corner of the end zone.
Boy, all that momentum we talked about Oldham County after a 99-yard drive. Wow. 11.9 seconds left. You drive it down the field. You score. As you said, you get the ball back to start the second half. We're in a brand-new ball game.
Maddox Fleener, the man who makes the touchdown catch. Makes it 14-6. 11.9 seconds. Left-footed kicker for the PAT. Nice looking try, and it is right down Broadway, and it's 14-7.
I tell you, we talked about how fast this quarter was going because neither team could score. Well, when they do score, it's still a fast quarter because, boy, they moved that with just precision accuracy down the field. A great drive, great play. Again, I'm going to give South Oldham credit. They did not just take a knee and go in at halftime. They put the pressure on Oldham County, and in that case, Oldham broke.
Really the first sustained momentum for the Dragons, and as we noted, they'll get the ball out of the locker room, so a very different thing at 14-7 than it would have been to go in 14-0.
With your hanging your head and everything else, you just gave up a 99-yard drive, and now you go in and you say, hey, we just scored on this team. We're going to get the ball back, and we're going to do it again.
Just threw it all over the field, basically.
Absolutely. He did. He threw it to both sidelines and across the middle, and then a touchdown to the far side of the end zone.
Ben Dunham, who made the extra point, on to kick off. Would expect a squib here. Won't get it. Interesting. See if Oldham County can make him pay. Out across the 15, the 20, looking for the edge as the flag comes in. He just scored it out at about the 25.
Classic block in the back on a kickoff. You're on offense. The kick returning team gets so excited, and you make a block like that didn't really. It's not going to really hurt them because they weren't going to go a long way with that. But that's one of those plays you just don't want your kids to make, no matter when it is in the game.
Sure.
That's going to go against Oldham County.
Really a rare penalty on the Colonels.
Again at halftime.
Now, I think I'm safe in saying you're just going to take a knee here, but I don't know with these two. They may just do a Hail Mary just to see what happens. He's got the arm, that's for sure.
That's true.
As soon as the clock hits 0, I'll let you know who's going to be trying for field goals for free Zaxby's chicken sandwich for the student section.
Pretty nice promotion here at halftime that I overhear.
Kick a field goal for a free Zaxby sandwich for the student section. Boy, we're close to the student section. Think we can get in on that?
I think our lack of follicles on top probably hurts us a little bit, Rick.
You're being very kind, yes. Lack of meaning 0 on my part.
Well, you know, I'm on that team too. Yeah, they're going to take a knee, and there it is. We will go to intermission. Kind of a surprise here at South Oldham. Oldham County comes in, punches first. South Oldham with a late touchdown to pull within 14-7. That's where we stand at intermission. Stay tuned. High school here on Glycod.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Robert Lane is not a seasoned politician. He grew up in Oldham County and has been in the trenches alongside first responders for over 20 years. As sheriff, he will provide fresh, community-oriented policing perspectives while maintaining a duty to serve citizens fairly and impartially. Vote for a candidate with a servant's heart. Vote Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, committed to community.
I'm Robert Lane, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828 Metro Windows.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Metro Windows. Replace your old rotted windows today. Call Kyle at 502-550-1489. That's Metro Windows at 502-550-1489.
What a first half here on Glycod. Oldham County, South Oldham, just throwing body blows. Two heavyweights slugging it out. It's 14-7. Wild half, Rick Reams.
This is everything you wanted in a rivalry game right here. Both teams had their slow times and their fast times. I tell you what, I went in thinking that it was going to end the half with Oldham County with their heads held high, South Oldham their heads down. I watched both teams go off the field, and boy, that first touchdown for South Oldham changed the whole perspective of the way these teams are thinking about each other now.
Absolutely. To recap our scoring, it was Oldham County striking first, quarterback Sam Young, Jackson Elkins 31-yard scoring pass. 2-point run from Davis made it 8-0 Colonels, 4:02 to go in the first quarter. For a long time, looked like it would go to the locker room 8-0. But then in the last 41 seconds, we had two touchdowns. First, Oldham County stretches their lead after a nice pass from Young to Elkins for 33 yards. Young had Alexander for a 24-yard touchdown. That's 9 on the season for Sam Young. Extra point no good, 14-0, 41 seconds. As you alluded to, South Oldham said, no, we'll do a little bit of offense too. They went to the passing game, and McGee hit Maddox Fleener for a 14-yard touchdown. 11 seconds left. Extra point good for Dunham. Made it 14-7. A completely different game. We've got a visitor in shortly. We're going to step aside briefly. We'll be back to talk with Robert Lane here on Glycod.
Old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828 Metro Windows.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. We'll take a picture of your shirt. Tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Back here at halftime, Oldham County, South Oldham. Got a special guest with us, Mr. Robert Lane, running for Oldham County Sheriff. Robert Lane, committed to community. Now, Robert, I got to ask you, you're an old colonel yourself, not that old. I mean, you and I went to school about the same time. Tell me about your experiences with this Oldham-South Oldham rivalry.
This is a big rivalry. It's a great rivalry. We've got a good turnout this year for it.
Back when I played in '97, I graduated. It was always we always had close games with South Oldham. No matter who was doing good or bad that season, rivalry games are always close, and it's turning out that way now so far.
That's the funny thing. We were talking about this 10-year run South Oldham has, but these have been a lot of close games. Last year's game was close. This year's game is close. For Oldham County, just a matter of making that one extra play and getting over the hump, maybe.
Yeah, because it was the complete opposite back when I played. We probably had an 8 or 10 year run on South Oldham back in the late 90s to early 2000s under Mike Jackson, Jim McKee, which is who I played under. I remember I was telling somebody tonight, years after I graduated, I found some stats from my senior night at South Oldham, and I led the team in tackles. I think I had 12 or 12 and a half tackles to lead the team my last football game as a colonel, regular season against South Oldham.
Well, that's all right. All right, so tell me, you're running for sheriff. What motivated you? What made you go, I think I want to take a shot at that?
Well, this has been something I've been working towards for many years. It's one of those things, you set a goal, you set goals for yourself, and you work towards them. And I felt that people have helped me along the way in this community and have brought me a long way in life because of my connection to football. And I've been fortunate enough to meet people who have kept me going the right path and kept me out of trouble. So I've always tried to give back to the community that gave to me and still gives to me in many different ways, even though I give back a lot as much as I can too.
Yeah, your slogan is committed to community. So community obviously is a big touchstone for you.
Yes. It's something I take serious. I've got a couple different kind of nonprofit things I do. One is called Guns and Hoses Charity Flag Football Game. We're in our 12th year. We do it with the Oldham County Youth Football League. The guns are up in the series over the 12 years, but this August we got beat by the hoses. Congrats to them. But each year we've gotten bigger and bigger, and more people have started to support us and put their money and efforts behind us because we donate a lot of money back to the community. The Oldham County Youth Football League is 25% of whatever we raise each year, and that goes to help people pay funds for their kids to play football in the league, their fees.
Outstanding.
And then we give money to the law enforcement firefighter memorials. This will be the first time anybody's heard this, but this year was a record year in fundraising. We raised over $15,000.
Wow, that's amazing. Outstanding. Well, tell me this. I mean, you're running for sheriff. I'm going to give you a guest job. In the meanwhile, you're going to be football prognosticator. You've seen one half. What do you think's coming up here in the second half?
Well, I'm partial, I guess, to the Colonels because that's where I came from. We got a new coach this year that's done real well, actually. But I love Coach Reed. Coach Reed is a great guy. He's done very well as a head football coach at South Oldham. And most importantly, he's just a good Christian guy. Yeah. And I'm going to have to just kind of let the Lord decide. I don't want to pick a side, man, but because I love Coach Reed too.
That's a
but
good
it's going to be a good one. I think
right
it's going to be back and forth probably most of the game. I'd say.
You got a long way to go in politics. You just answered that question exactly as you should have. There's a way to answer it wrong, but you did a great job.
Well, I appreciate it.
So if I could vote for you, I would just on that answer.
I appreciate it, brother.
I expect to see you next time around that we do this game. Maybe you can get one of those hats made up where you can have a half South Oldham hat, half Oldham
I've got
County
some cool
hat.
Robert Lane for Sheriff hats that everybody loves. So I've got a hat guy who can probably make that happen for us.
Hey,
hopefully this time next year we'll be celebrating a victory for the community. And I'll be the next Sheriff of Oldham County, Republican Sheriff of Oldham County. Good Lord willing.
Thank you, Robert Lane, for stopping by and talking with us. Halftime here, Oldham County 14, South Oldham 7. Thanks for watching on Glycod.
Thank you.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
Summer is here. That puts a lot of strain on your air conditioner. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for an HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your air conditioner isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We're fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back. Halftime at South Oldham. It's 14-7 Oldham County. Enjoy visiting with Robert Lane. He's not far removed from that guy who could go out there and make a few tackles. I tell you what.
Hey, yeah, he looked like he's still good. That time, I hate to say it when y'all talking about the late 90s.
And able to get
let's just say I'm a little more elderly than that. But it was a great interview. Said that's the first one he did. I was very impressed with his speaking. Seems like he's got a heart for what he wants to do, which is exactly what you want in any politician.
Exactly, and a public servant, you bet. Yeah, I'm a year younger than Robert, so we're of that same vintage.
We'll just say 1981 was a good senior year for me.
It's a good year to be 1 year old for me.
Boy, I tell you what, I'm just glad you are nice to this elderly man and helped me down the steps after the game.
Just the voice of reason and experience, Rick. That's what we're leaning on you for.
Well, my wife would disagree with the voice of reason. I'll go with experience. We'll go with that.
Maybe knowing when to disagree is experience. Maybe that's it.
Yes.
Boy, we're going to be looking at a great second half, I think. Got two teams that are hungry, that are just, that last 41 seconds in many ways sets the tone for a very aggressive second half.
Exactly. And, although Coach Broom didn't want to give that up, McBroom didn't want to give that up, boy, you got your team's attention now. You're not feeling so high and mighty. Got a couple scores here. We have North Oldham 4, Western 0 at the end of the first.
Are they playing baseball right now?
I don't know, or if that's the first TV timeout for basketball. I'm not sure.
2 safeties? I'm not sure I've ever seen that. I've seen 3-2. I've seen 5-3. I don't think I've ever seen 4-0, except in baseball.
Bullitt East is up 32-7. Home game against Bullitt Central. 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in the second quarter.
Well, I know the Mayo Trinity game going last. I heard 17-10 Mayo. It's funny to see that a game where Mayo's unbeaten, Trinity's winless, but, throw the records out the window, right?
Yeah, exactly. As you said early in this game, I tell people this all the time. That's why they play the game. If you have it on paper, there's no need to come out here and play. We saw that in the first half. You have a team that won 10 years in a row. You think, well, they should come out and be the team to win 11 years in a row. And they still may be. But another team, Oldham County, has something to say about that.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take one more break before the second half. Stay tuned for what ought to be a barn burner here on Glycod.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. We'll take a picture of your shirt. Tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall, grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
More of his music, look under Ill Midnight. You can find that on Spotify.
Oldham County 14 South, Oldham 7. A lot of football to go. A lot of action. The passing game really has been kind of the story of the night. You know, for two teams that can run the ball a little bit, they've really... They've run for show. They've thrown for dough.
It's going to be interesting to see what South Oldham does. That last drive, they were unstoppable. Do they build on that, or do they go back to the running game and see if Oldham County can stop that?
That's the question of moment.
And Joe, none of these fans have left, as we expected they wouldn't, but that crowd is ready for the second half.
No, if anything, more of them in, and apparently they have some kind of standing tradition here that I'm going to get introduced to. You're a little taller than I am. You might see over it. I can. I'm standing up to start the second half. 14-7 Oldham County. They get ready to kick it away to begin the second half of play. Drive and kick. Acevedo catches in the shadows of the goal line. Nearly went down, but keeps his footing. Picks his way out near the 20, but excellent coverage by Oldham there.
Boy, that was, and you're right, he almost went down on about the 2-yard line just on his own. But he caught his footing, but great kick. Again, very high. Let your kick team get down behind you and make a stop right on the 20-yard line.
Devlin McGee's gone the whole way at quarterback.
They're at least going back to the shotgun, which is what they did the entire drive, the last drive.
That's right. Two receivers left for McGee, one to his right. They hand it off, run inside, not much there. I'm not sure he got back to the line.
I don't think he did. Looks like maybe a loss of about a half a yard. Oldham County was ready. They were waiting for that just to get that going, to get back in there. You know, as a defense, you've got to feel like, man, we should not have given up that score. Let's come back out. Let's make a statement on this first series that we are going to keep on playing.
2nd and 11 now for the Dragons. Their own 19. Just underway in the third quarter. Run inside again, and boy, there's just not much happening on these inside runs right now.
Yeah, you know, you set yourself up for a 3rd and long after 2 inside runs, as you said, with absolutely nothing there. So you have a 3rd down and 11. You want to move those sticks and not give the ball back to Oldham County. But their defense, boy, they're trying to get their crowd fired up. They've come out with a great stop so far. Let's see if they can do it on 3rd down.
3rd and 9 at the 21. 10:50 and the clock running here in quarter number 3. South Oldham down 14-7. Rolling, setting, throwing, and incomplete. Oh, looked like a good ball from McGee.
That one was on the receiver. He's going over to McGee and telling him that was his fault because he had that ball. He just let a defender kind of get behind him and knock that ball out.
Connor Hayden had a couple of nice grabs in the first half, but couldn't quite come up with that one.
And that would have easily been a 1st down had he been able to catch that ball. Oldham County puts 2 people back, which you don't often see in punt return.
No, seen the dual safety a lot tonight. 4th down punting situation. High snap, but the punter gets a driving kick out of there. Elkins calls fair catch and grabs it at the 41-yard line.
Boy, I tell you what, a high spiral. Beautiful.
Seen a couple of just gorgeous punts tonight.
I tell you what, I was just getting ready to say, again, as I said in the first quarter, you don't see that a whole lot in the high school game. But, boy, That one, like you said, a high snap. We're going to need to watch that. That snap has been high on every punt that they've had. So you want to go ahead and get as much field as you can and no run back on those high punts.
1st and 10, Oldham at their own 41. 10:32 to go in the third quarter. Senior quarterback Sam Young hands it inside to Shepard. Lowers his head out to the 44. Feel like you see more of him in the second half.
Yeah, again, you're just trying to wear this team down. And with as big as he is, but you know, the other issue is, as big as he is, he's going to tire down too.
That's true.
He's coming out right
Works
now.
both ways.
Yeah, exactly right. You could be bruising, but you're also bruising yourself a lot on those. So you've got to, he's going out to get a little bit of a rest.
You don't have to be the guy who went to high school in the 80s to understand that, Rick Reeves.
Thank you for that positive spin. I'll take it that way. 2nd
and 7 at the 44. Oldham runs outside and nothing doing. South Oldham all over it. Trent Garrison just could not get free.
You know, South Oldham has really defended that play well all night. Again, you're putting yourself at a 3rd and long here. South Laurel's feeling the same way. I mean, South Oldham, excuse me, is feeling the same way as Oldham did on the first drive. You get a stop here and get the ball back. Boy, that's what you want, a 3 and out.
3rd down and 12. Back at their own 39. See what's in the playbook here. Garrison is the setback beside the quarterback, Young. 3 receivers in a bunch to the left. He pulls it and runs, gets a yard or two, makes some more yardage, but he's still going to be about 4 yards shy. Heck of an effort.
Sure was. He just had a long way to go. And on that, like I said, when he drops straight back, he tends to have a little more trouble than if he moves laterally out to one side or the other on that run. But boy, I don't know. They look like they're going to go for it on this play. That's a 4th and 5 on your own 40, 67 yard line. Man, this would be a lot.
Yeah, this surprised me. And the punter, Houston Manning, did a fine job in the first half. I don't know. Maybe he's a little dinged up. 4th and 4, call it at the 47.
They may be trying to draw him
Yeah,
off.
might be reconsidering.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
Looks
Young.
like he's coming back after it.
8:24 to go. They're up 14-7, but this is a gamble. They're going. They hand it off. Does he get to the corner? I think he did it on second effort.
Wow.
Trent Garrison, what a gutty run. The same play that was just stopped.
And I'll tell you what, he's on the opposite side of the sticks. He did not know where that, well, he may have known, but boy, I tell you what, on the effort, just a huge chance taken by Oldham County. But you know what? If it works, it works, and you can't argue with success.
Needed 4, got 5. First down at the 48. If they go on and win this game, that's a call that you go back and say, whew, that took some guts right there.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him take a deep shot right off of that. 1st and 10 at the 48. Let's see what Young's got. And there it is. Does it work? No. Incomplete. But still not a bad time to just say, let's stretch the field, show that we're looking at it.
As you said, yeah. And, you know, that was the first pass I saw that sluttered a little bit on him. He got a little bit lucky because it was a little underthrown, so the defender was there. But I don't blame him on that play. Like you said, you just got that huge first down. You got the momentum going the way. Now you got 2nd and 10. It's not a bad place to be.
No. Wes Alexander tried to go up and get it. He's 6'3". If he was 6'6", he might have been in business. 2nd and 10, Colonels. They run it inside. Nice gain. Just shy of the first down. The back found a nice crease. Did Grant Gilchrist and picked up 8 yards or so.
You know, he's turned around and had some great runs after his first time in on that play where he ran the wrong way. But I'm just so impressed that you don't hang your head. You get that ball back, and, man, I mean, that was a 9-yard gain on a 2nd and 10, exactly what you want.
Well, you were behind the chains, and now run anything you like on 3rd and 1 at the opposing 39. It's 14-7. Colonels with the lead in the ball. This time they play it safe. Short yardage. He's a big, tall quarterback, and he can just surge through the middle of that line.
I think that is just a lost art. really is. You just run behind your big man. Don't make a turn and hand off the ball or anything fancy. Take the snap and go, and that's exactly what they did.
Well, and both of these teams will run some packages from under center. That's a lot of it.
Exactly.
I've never understood when you need a foot snapping the ball 5 yards back.
No, I haven't either. And you see that all the time in college, in college football.
I mean, if I need a foot, I'm going to start as close to that foot as I can get.
Exactly.
The 1st and 10 here after the QB sneak. Shotgun formation this time for Young. Hands it inside. Nice little dive play there for the back, Gilchrist. Down to the 30.
He, again, was about a shoestring away from breaking that one. Just got tripped up just a little bit. But, again, as you said, he fell forward. That, again, is kind of one of those things that you can't really teach a kid that. You take a hit, go ahead and jump forward before you hit the ground. Get added yardage.
Yeah, the difference in the 6-yard gain versus the 3 or 4 yard gain is pretty tangible. 2nd and 4 now. Gilchrist stays in. Young's under center this time. Leaves it with Gilchrist. 1st down, 20, and he is gone.
There was no shoestring tackle that time.
No, sir.
He was one guy away from scoring the last time. That time, a nice run. You know, they brought him in. He's totally different running back than Caden Shepard, and boy, it showed on that.
Just zoomed through the hole. 30-yard run for Grant Gilchrist.
That can be, though, your defense being worn down by Shepard, and you get a fast running back in there. He hits that hole before you can even get to it.
So how about this? Grant Gilchrist had 8 carries in their first 3 games. He's probably had 8 carries tonight.
You know, it's one of those things. Coaches see these kids, and I don't think you can make any less of it. They had an extra week. These kids got to practice because they had a forfeit game last week.
Right. 20-7, extra point pending, 5:45 to go in quarter number 3. Snaps there. Kick is away. And it looked wide. It was wide. No good. So that's the second missed extra point. And it'll stay 20-7. Oldham County with the lead. 5:45 to go in the 3rd here on Glycod.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Momentum, just an incredibly changeable asset, and we've seen it here. South Oldham had momentum into the locker room, kind of had some momentum out of the locker room, but now Oldham County's grabbed it again with a touchdown to go up 20-7.
I don't think you can talk enough about that 4th down call. That was huge. If you're South Oldham, you thought you were going to get the ball back. 4th and 4, they get 5 yards. And what was it, 2-3 plays later? A long touchdown run. Wow.
Yeah, I've starred and circled that on my game notes right now. That one looms large. Here's the kickoff. South Oldham from about the 6. Across the 15, across the 20. Trying to find some room. Probably done better than anybody has all night, but the 31 appears to be the outer reaches.
It's interesting. South Oldham every time has gone straight up the middle on a kickoff return. They have not busted it out to the outside, which a lot of times you'll see bigger runs that way, but I guess what they're thinking is, this is where my blockers are, I'll just follow them.
See a lot more penalties that way too, and that is one thing. Maybe it's just get what you can, and then we'll set up shop as far out as we can go. Devlin McGee in the shotgun, down 2 scores now. Rolls left. Pressure coming, but he's got time. Throws, and it's caught out at the 46. Nice grab. That's his main target tonight, the tight end Connor Hayden.
And I think you're going to see that a lot. I just think they tried to go back to that game, the ground game, even out of a shotgun. And I think what you do is you say, hey, guys, Oldham County didn't stop us. Let's just go back to what brought us into the end zone.
14-yard pickup. 1st down with 5:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Shotgun again for McGee. Rolls right, stops, fires deep. He's got a man out there. That's got to be pass interference. Goodness gracious.
I'll tell you what, I don't know. On that one, you can't say they were both going after the ball.
No, he tackled the receiver in essence.
And in all actuality, it's a good play by the defender, even if you did get a penalty.
Right.
But, boy, you look brilliant if you don't get
they don't call a flag, exactly.
Wow.
Well,
there was two officials looking right at it. They are on the far side of the field,
right.
And we've established that I am an old man, but I still think that one was interference.
I would certainly agree. But good, bad, or indifferent, the call is what it is. 2nd and 10 at the 45. McGee's got Luke Oliveris and Christian Danielson, his two top targets out to the right. Let's see if he looks that way. Nope, they run it inside. Short yardage, squirts through, picks up 4, 5 out to midfield.
Big 3rd down play here. Your South Oldham, you don't want to give the ball back to Oldham County. You want to just keep on moving it down the field. But right now you got to make a decision. Are we going to make the pass? Are we going to pass it down the field? Or are we going to try to get that run up there?
I think they could be in 4-down territory here.
Absolutely.
Nobody out here on the left. It is the open side. Little option call, and it's just not there. Well covered by North Oldham. They ran that well once in the first half, and this time Oldham County was ready.
And on that one, McGee, he's kind of stutter-stepped, and he lost that step. You got to get straight outside on that option and be able to make that pitch, and he didn't. And it's interesting, you're talking about four-down territory. Well, when you lose 2 or 3 yards, that takes that right off the books.
It really does. 4th and 7. And the punter, Julian Miles, checks in the game. 2 back for Oldham County. Elkins, one of them. Kick is out of there, nearly blocked, but gets it away clean. Doesn't have a big bounce, but will be taken down at about the 28. Boy, Oldham County just, again, that one touchdown drive for South Oldham feels like the only hiccup in a night that's pretty much gone to perfection.
It has. I'm so impressed with their defense, which, as again, we talked about earlier in the game. We didn't know what they were going to be able to do. I'm going to give South Laurel's punter some credit on that one. Not only was it another high snap, but there was a big rush coming in. He didn't rush it. He got a good kickoff. He didn't get a huge bounce, but give Oldham the County the ball, and you're going to have to stop him here.
Davis, the setback. Not Davis, I'm sorry, check that. It's Gilchrist again, and he takes the handoff. Nice gain of 4 or 5. And maybe they're going to run power with Gilchrist, who knows?
I don't think you're going to have another 3-game set where he only touches the ball 8 times. He has established himself as one of the 2 really good running backs for Oldham County.
2nd and 4 after a 6-yard pickup out to the 34. 3:37 to go in quarter number 3. Getting late early for South Oldham. Oldham County runs it inside across the sticks. That's Gilchrist moving the chains.
I'll tell you what, he is not a big guy at all, but boy, he runs so powerfully. It was very impressive to get not only that first down, but carry some runners with him. Now he gets to go off and have a little rest, and you bring big Caden Shepard in.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line.
One area that we don't ever talk about enough about is the offensive line. They have done yeoman's work tonight.
They really have.
To make this. You talk about a kid like Gilchrist. Well, he's not going to do anything if he's not getting holes to run through. And let's give credit where credit is due. A great job by the Oldham County offensive line.
Young and Shepard talk it over. Now Young settles under center. 2:46 to go in quarter number 3. 1st and 10 around the 40. Here's Shepard. Lowers his head, picks his way. Only got about a yard.
Good tackle, good gang tackle. That's how you have to tackle him, is with the gang tackle. But you can see he's coming right back out. Just not quite as much speed on him.
Waiting to see who steps out at the running back spot. Unfortunately, he's set so well that I can't tell. 2nd and 9. Young under center. Fakes to the back, big rush, throws, incomplete. He had his tight end there, Zach Holman, coming underneath, but didn't have time to get it to him.
No, good job of South Laurel getting to the quarterback in the backfield. Just not enough time. Like I say, he was open if he could have gotten that pass to him, but that's a great job by the defender just to keep it where it's got keep him comfortable.
3rd and 9, 2:02 to go in quarter number 3. Oldham County 20, South Oldham 7. Could be looking at an upset here. South Oldham defense wants to stop it right here. Young drops, Young throws down the field over his receiver.
Good defense there. He used the sideline to his advantage, pushed the receiver out there. That's where the pass went, was all the way out to the outside and ended up going out of bounds.
So Houston Manning is back in.
He had a great punt the first time and kind of shanked the second one, but got a great bounce. So let's see what we'll see. I watched him in pregame. I couldn't believe how big he was punting, but he's a nice punter. In pregame, he kicked a lot of balls well.
Used to see a lot more big men punt the ball. It's kind of a lost art here. 4th down. Oh, that might have been blocked. Certainly hurried, maybe blocked. Didn't get much on it because of it.
He was lucky to get that one off.
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what.
I think it probably was hit by a fingertip or something.
Had to be. But, boy, like you said, just a good job not to kick it into his gut and go backwards. And, you know, another big turn of momentum. Not a great punt, but at least you can drop them back a little bit further.
Right. Well, South Oldham down 2 scores. Minute 44 to go in quarter number 3. The Oldham County cheering section comes to life as the flag goes through over there. There they go again.
Yeah, their student section is right on the fence over there.
Yep.
Not enough area in the stands for them, so they've made their own section. Looks like they had a little bit of trouble getting the sticks lined up, but they've got them now.
I think we're still breaking. Ready to go, 1st and 10. South Oldham. McGee pops it over the middle. Oh, almost intercepted. Goodness gracious.
Oh, I tell you what, he had that ball.
Waylon Starr is going to see that one in his dreams tonight.
Oh, my gracious. Because the receiver for South Oldham never looked. He was on a go route, and he was gone. Oh, boy, you will. You see that ball. That's as big as it can get, and, man, oh, man. Could have had a huge turnover there.
Instead it goes as an incompletion, 2nd and 10. Minute 40 to go in quarter number 3. McGee looks for a quick hitter. It is in the hands. The receiver makes a man miss. Nice play. Picks up a 1st down out of thin air, does Connor Hayden.
Boy, there's about a 3 or 4 yard out route, and boy, he made the move, got rid of the defender, and turned that into a 1st down.
He's down to the 40.
That is a Liberty Financial 1st down for South.
1st down there for the Dragons. Showing signs of life, trailing 20-7, but with the ball at the Oldham 40. McGee under center. McGee. Rush coming, but he's got time. Now he doesn't. Here it comes. They hit him. He's taken down just as a flag comes in.
Well, you know, on those plays, you've got to be smart enough just to throw that ball away.
Yeah.
Held onto the ball way too long, got the sack, and I think there's a hold way back there. It'd be interesting to see.
I'd imagine you decline.
Yeah, I would definitely decline that one.
Yeah, the call is a hold. At the play stands at 2nd and I believe 18. But then again, I mean, they enforced the hold from the spot of the foul, so.
True. Yep, he's going to take him back. Coach is saying, yeah, he's pointing. Take him on back.
1st and forever, better than 2nd and 18.
And I would say for an offense that's not built for long plays, but at the end of the 1st half, they sure proved me wrong.
Sure. You might do him a favor by putting him in a passing situation. I don't know.
It's going to be a long way to go.
Takes the pressure off. You say, okay, we're going to throw this. We got to. It's 1st and 28.
And you don't have a lot of those in your playbook if you're South Oldham. Let's see what they've got. McGee's going to throw. Puts it down the field. Nobody home.
Losing that ball in the lights, I think. You just never saw that.
No, didn't look like it. Pretty good coverage there by Oldham.
This is where my wife likes to say, in the old days, Kentucky would run 3 draw plays and then have 4th and 22. So she never liked the old up the middle. So right now, at least, she's got to be pleased with South going for at least trying to get the first down. But I think that's 2 balls in a row that they've just lost in the lights. They never saw it coming.
Second down at 28. Their own 42. See how South Oldham adjusts. Minute 11 to go in quarter number 3. McGee, as flags fly. He was going to take a shot at Danielson apparently, but before he could do it, false start.
Yeah, just not set there.
Second and 33.
5-yard penalty against the Dragons for a false start.
This to me is one of those times where you could run the option to your benefit. Move the ball outside and then make them decide who they're going to cover. You may not get 33 yards, but right now they're taking a snap, dropping back, and throwing the ball down the field. I think you got to have a little bit more in your playbook, which we know they do.
Sure.
But, you know, at least try something different.
Yeah, I mean, there is value in the unexpected. Second and 33, now at their own 37. And they throw downfield out of these bunched formations. There's just not a lot of guys to go downfield.
Exactly.
Let's see. They run it inside and pick up 5 yards, 6 yards. Could have been more there. I mean, Burton had a nice little run and kind of one guy to beat. But.
Yep. He did, and that was the option look. That was the first guy through. They handed it to him. So, again, if I'm them on this play, I set it up to where I either go out and fake a pitch and make the pass or something. But as you said, they're so bunched up, it's very hard to get people open as quick as they're going to have to.
Third and 28. Their own 43. Takes a shot down the field. 2 defenders there. It's incomplete. 30 seconds on the clock. Well, it just was a doomed possession from the start.
Yeah.
Penalties have really hurt South Oldham tonight. Don't remember a lot of flags on Oldham County.
You're right. That's the game in the trenches also is, man, if you can win the battle of the flags and just not have many at all. And we saw, I mean, you go first and 23, second and 27, you know, I mean, it's just, that's tough for anyone to get that yardage.
So Julian Miles about to punt. That's Sam Young back to return the punt. Kicks a line drive out of there. That's Sam Young.
Yeah, he's doing everything tonight. Tell you one thing you tell Sam Young though is don't get that close to that ball if you're not going to pick it up, because that thing can take a turn sideways and hit you, and you talk about a huge momentum shift.
Oldham County will start their own 25-yard line.
All going Oldham County's way, 20-7, 19 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. You don't see a lot of quarterbacks drop back to return a punt, though.
No, you don't. You know, one thing, Oldham County cannot think this game ends in 19.9 seconds.
No, absolutely not.
And that's hard on these kids because they're thinking, man, we got 1 quarter to go and we can win this thing. We got this game. They got to play another quarter.
Very much. We've seen South Oldham score a touchdown in about 30 seconds. Young goes with a run look here, picks up a yard or 2.
That was a direct run.
Yeah, nothing improvised there.
I think they're going to take that to the 4th quarter now.
That is the plan. So after 3 quarters at Irvin Stadium, the visitors still holding the advantage. Oldham County 20, South Oldham 7. Stay tuned for the 4th quarter here on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Everything going Oldham County's way. They've got a 27 advantage. That's 22-7, not 27 advantage. As they open the fourth quarter, 2nd and 9. Run it inside. Nothing there that time for Grant Gilchrist.
Yeah, they did a great job just taking him, grabbing him, and pushing him backwards on that to stop. In fact, you got an Oldham player down, cramping up. You know, we haven't talked a lot about that, but it is a steamy, humid night out here. I'm surprised we haven't seen more people with cramps.
Me too. We got a break to attend to it. 20-7 Oldham County, 11:39 to go here on Glycod.
Summer is here. That puts a lot of strain on your air conditioner. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for an HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your air conditioner isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We're fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Here it's 20-7, Oldham County over South Oldham. What else is going on around the area, Rick?
Well, one game I'm excited to see if this is true or not, but North Oldham's up 7-0 on Western at home. It was 4-0 the last time we have. I want Steve to let me know, is it 2 safeties and a field goal? Because that's quite the game. We have Bullitt East up big over Bullitt Central, 46-21 at home at the half. Shelby County is beating North Bullitt 20-7, a game at North Bullitt has started the third.
Set back.
Cameron Pittman up and helped off.
And Long coming
the
up.
team dog gets some conversation from us during the break, Rick. Don't see that every day.
No, you don't. I don't know if he went out there for ball and give a couple little licks on the face or legs. Get back up, big man. Here we go.
3rd down and 8. Oldham County with the lead. All 11:35 from a big victory. South Oldham trying to stop him. Sam Young wants to throw it. Sam Young throws a dart in and out of the hands of his receiver, Jacob Davis, incomplete.
Boy, I tell you what, that was a very, very dangerous tip ball there. Didn't catch it, didn't pull it in, and it bounced up. And South Oldham had a good chance of the interception there. But, again, I just don't think he saw the ball. Now, this is going to be interesting because we knew the last time either the punt was tipped or it was just a lot of pressure, and see if they're going to come at him again. I think what you're thinking is if we got to him that close one time, we can get all the way in there and block it one time.
Houston Manning, the punter. Last one only went about 14 yards. Looked like it was deflected. Acevedo back to return it. I'm sorry, Oliveras back to return it. This time he will be able to do so. From the 41, makes one man miss. Tries to spin out of another one. Can't quite turn the corner. It's a nice high kick for Manning.
It was. You know, the interesting thing, you tell a kicker, a punter, to fall if he gets hit, but he just bounced people off of him there. He was not worried about roughing the punter. He said, bring it on, boys.
You're going to get roughed by the punter when you play against Houston Manning.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
It was the funniest thing because he didn't move at all, and you usually see punters just go down in a heap.
Well, and I'll say, if Manning gets wiped out, they got to him. There's no acting from that guy. Devlin McGee, 1st and 10, his own 45. Run that little option play. Got some yardage on the boundary. Picks up near 1st down. Total right there. Jack McCubbin on the carry.
I would go heavy to that. Until they can stop it, I would go at it.
9-yard pickup for the Dragons. They're in business, 2nd and 1 at the Oldham 46. They trail 20-7, 11:08 to go in the ball game. We're at Irvin Stadium. Trying to pull this one out of the fire late. Let's see what Devlin McGee's got. He hands it up the middle. One man to beat. He couldn't quite beat him. It's still a nice gain right there for the man on the carry, Jeffrey Burton.
They're full wishbone. That's what they're doing right now. That's the first option off the wishbone. What you have to have is a quarterback who can make those decisions. You put it in his gut, and then you decide if you're going to pull it out or let him go. That time he made the right decision, letting him go.
1st and 10 at the 35, 10:50 in the clock running. They're down 2 scores. Option look again. McGee cuts it up, picks up a yard or 2.
Much better played by Oldham County that time. You know, if you're running the option on you, you have to have one man on the quarterback, one man on the pitch man. You can't do a double team on that, and that's what they did that time. Make the quarterback make that decision, make him hold on to the ball is the best thing you can make him do.
Brian Monteleone turned him in. He's the top tackler for Oldham coming into this game. Got some issues with substitution. The whistle blows, and we're going to have a timeout. We'll take it too. 20-7 Oldham County, but South Oldham driving. 10:17 to go here on Glycod.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
South Oldham making some noise here with 10:17 to play. They're down 2 scores, but they've got some momentum going. 2nd and 8 at the Oldham 33.
Going back to the wishbone.
Devlin McGee with that full backfield. He's going to throw it, though. Takes a shot down the field. His man's out there. It's caught. And he could have walked in. Touchdown, Hayden.
Just a little pump fake and then just threw it. Hayden beat his man, got the ball, and got in the end zone.
At the snap. Beautiful pass and catch.
So with 10:10 to go in the ball game, back to a 1-score situation here. Pivotal extra point. It's 20-13.
We know one thing, South Oldham hasn't given this game up.
Not at all. It's Sam Reagan who will kick it. And Reagan's kick is a line drive, but it's straight. Oldham County 20, South Oldham 14, 10:10 to go. Stay tuned for 10 minutes of outstanding football here on Glycod.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Uncle Mo has seated himself back on the South Oldham side.
I tell you, South Oldham went to that wishbone. We talked a little bit about that in the drive before that one. I thought they had success with that during the game in the first half, and that's just such a tough offense to handle. And then what you do is you go out of that and you fake it, have a pump and a long pass. I tell you, it was an impressive series. Now Oldham County has to come back. They have to have their wits about them, go down the field and put some points on the board. We talked about it when it happened. 2 mixed extra points. You don't want that to come back and kill you.
Absolutely. This is kind of the moment of definition for Oldham County. You've lost 10 in a row. You've played a great game on your rival's field. You're ahead by 6 points with 10 minutes to go, but you're reeling a little bit right here.
Exactly.
There's the kick. It's a high, short kick that's going to be caught on the run by the return man across the 25 to 30, out to the 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for Oldham County. That's what you want. You said it. The kick was a little bit short. Got it right up the middle.
No penalties on that. Now it's time to give the ball back to a very potent offense, or that has been, but they've had their moments where they've had threes and out.
10:05 to go.
Oldham County at their own 35-yard line.
Shepherd the back. Beside the quarterback, Young. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers each way. 1st and 10. Own 35. Young going to take a shot. Caught up across the 40. Breaking tackles, pushing almost to the first down, but being stopped just shy. Brian Monteleone on the play.
He has had, he's had receivers open all night. They've just sometimes the pass has been a little bit low, or the receivers has not caught it. But that when he watched the ball in, made a turn and got a long gain on the first down to get a 2nd and short.
2nd and a yard. 9:35 and the clock running. Oldham County glad to watch it run. They're up 20-14, trying to stop a 10-year losing streak to South Oldham. Sam Young drops the ball. Now he picks it up and he gets sacked. Boy, I know he wishes he could have just thrown it away.
Yeah, that's one. He tried to get the ball back to throw it, and it just slipped out of his hands. And that's a big, huge loss to take you down on a 3rd and long on a play where he, at least like you said, could have thrown the ball away and had a 2nd and short, and just the ball just slipped out of his hands.
3rd and 9 now. Inside 9 minutes to go, and this play's getting loud. Crowd roars to life in Irvin Stadium. 3rd and 9, Oldham County. Young QB draw. Does he have it? Not quite. 2 yards shy. I don't know. Wouldn't be shocked if they rolled the dice right here.
No, they went for it on 4th and 4. This is going to be about the same thing.
Young, maybe
Young
banged
is
up.
Slow getting up.
Yeah. Boy, you hope just a cramp. But we'll have to see.
Can't tell if he's grabbing that toe trying to pull it back or if he's grabbing at his ankle. Those are one of those plays where it's very easy to get wrapped up. Looks like it's a cramp, which is good news.
Yeah. Might mean you don't go on 4th down, though.
No, exactly. That's the bad thing about cramping is they don't ever really go away. That area is going to cramp back up on you if you don't watch out, and you don't want to do that when you're under center on a 4th and 4 or 4th and 5.
What's your cramp remedy?
Oh, I wish I had one. My wife will tell you, I wake up in the middle of the night.
Oh, those are the worst.
Oh, I tell you what, it wake you out of the dead sleep. And I've been getting cramps in parts of my legs. I didn't know I had muscles to cramp. And I tell you, it is very, very uncomfortable. And I just feel for these kids because I know, like I say, once you get it and you put your leg in that same position and boom, it's there again.
Yeah.
It's not going to go away quickly. So you've got to get fluids in them. But again, on a huge 4th down, I think with this, and it looks like they are going to punt, but I don't think you have any choice now. You're going to have to kick that ball away.
Can't go with the backup quarterback. Looks like it's only 3 yards shy, but still, that's some real estate to cover.
And you can tell this cramp is not going away quickly. That's the thing. They're trying to push it back as far as it can.
Yeah.
I think some great sportsmanship. That's South Laurel's. Looks like out there trying to help him.
Nothing but respect for Sam Young. See him again.
Young hops to the sideline. Yeah, looks like he'll be back, but not on this play.
No. It's when you go over there, you tell him not to sit down, but you start rolling that muscle, trying to get it as loose as you can.
So 4th and 3, Houston Manning going to punt. Oliveros back to return it. South Oldham going to get their chance. They're down 6, 8:25 and the clock running. No way you fake here.
No. You also don't want to give up a block.
Manning got some pressure, but hit a rocket out of there. Bounces at the 30, across the 20. Nice kick by Manning out at about the 13, 14-yard line.
Can you say flip the field? That was his job, and he did it to perfection. So now South Oldham, I'm sorry, I'm showing my Central Kentucky bias here, but South Oldham's got a long way to go, but they have 8 minutes to do it. We saw they did it in, seconds before, so.
That's it. Both of their drives have been very quick tonight. They haven't belabored the point. They'll go on the attack at their own, call it the 15-yard line. Down 6.
Back in the wishbone.
8:06 on the clock. Devlin McGee looks it over, claps his hands, goes under center, takes the snap. Pitches it out and nothing doing. Oldham County all over that one.
Great defense there to get a big stop on that first play. I tell you what, Coach Reed better be happy he's not in basketball, because there is no coach's box, and he is all the way down on about the 12-yard line with his team, helping make the call. But, boy, the officials are letting him go, so he's going to stand right there. Quarterback's going to come up to the line, take a look at him, take a look at the play, and then go from there.
2nd and 13. They run it inside, and Burton able to pick his way only for a couple. He gets back to about the original line, maybe a yard beyond it.
It's going to be 3rd down.
Going to have 3rd and long here. The ball on about the 21, about on the 16, 17-yard line. So, man, this is again a place. What do? Do you take a chance and make a throw, or do you go back to that option and just take a chance, see if you can do something safe and get a 1st down? I think that's what I would do.
7 minutes now. 20-14 Oldham County. South Oldham 3rd and long.
Fumbled snap.
Fumbled with the snap, and Oldham County says they've got it. Oldham County is going to come out of there with the football.
Oh, boy. I'll tell you what, we talked about, do you make the pass? Do you run the option? What you don't want to do is fumble the snap, but that's very common for a young quarterback. He wants to get that play going so fast that he forgets the most important thing. And on that one, the ball hit the ground and bounced forward towards the defense. And, boy, all of a sudden, you get the ball 1st down on the 17-yard line, and I tell you what, you'll take it, but you're just South Oldham how detrimental to them.
Sam Young back out there. Could need a silver bullet to keep him out right here.
No cramp's going to stop him.
Senior quarterback under center, leaves it on the run. Running inside, good physical run that time by Trent Garrison.
Wow, what a run. He just kept going, got through that first hole, took a hit, and just put that shoulder down and kept on going.
1st and goal at the 7. South Oldham down a touchdown, and they're going to try to buck up down here on the goal line because this is pivotal.
1st and goal.
Run it inside, a yard. Not much there.
And if you're Oldham County, you got to tell your players, hold on to that ball. Let's not give the ball back. Right now, the interesting thing is, can Sam Young move around enough to make a pass or something? We talked about he's much more comfortable moving laterally, but, man, how is that cramp going to take that?
That's it. You'd love to see him on a bootleg under normal circumstances. Inside 6 minutes to go. 2nd and goal. Ball maybe at the 7. Young looks it over. Young leaves it with his back. Makes the 5, but nothing more. Thrown back is Trent Garrison.
Well, and we've seen an extra point is not a given, so a field goal from here is not a given. If I'm Oldham County, I'd throw something in the end zone here.
Yeah. I don't see any field goal attempts from Oldham on the season.
I'm not sure we're going to see another one. They come back in with big Caden Shepard here.
Well, and the thing about it, you're up 6. Yep. Why not go 2 downs here? If you can pick up 3 or 4 with Shepard, go for it. If you don't get it, give him a 98-yard field. 3rd and goal at the 5. Shepard bulldozing his way. He's in.
Actually, you know what happened on that?
Shepard bulldozed it for Young. Yes, sir.
Had it. Yeah. That's why Shepard was in there. He said, here you go, big boy. Here's with your cramp, I'm just going to push you in the end zone.
That's it.
Again, though, you know what? Offensive line. They, to me, are the heroes of this game. They have made the holes, and on that one, they pushed forward. They brought their quarterback in the end zone.
Might have had a little help from the running back, but he's an honorary lineman after that one.
And he looks like a lineman, so we're going to give him credit.
26-14, 5:03. We've got a timeout. Oldham County, we're going to step aside as well. 26-14, 5:03 to play here on Glock God.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by Stinnett Plumbing. Reliable, friendly, trusted. Phone 502-690-3070 or go online to StinnettPlumbing.com.
Oldham going to go for two. They're up 26-14. Shepard this time carries it and goes in.
You know, that time they didn't wait. They got the snap quickly, pitched it right over to him. A big two-point conversion makes it a two-score game. Some of the players from South Oldham have not given up, but boy, they've got their helmets off and they are not walking very confidently. If you're South Oldham, though, you got to think 5 minutes to go. We can score quickly. That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Make no more mistakes. Take the ball down the field. We can't score 14 points in one drive, but we can score 7 and then get our defense back out there.
Yeah. And we have no idea about the timeout situation because the scoreboard says everybody's still got 3, and the one thing I can tell you is that's definitely wrong. But more than that, I would not speculate.
And on that one, the timeout may have been a wise move because they didn't have enough players on the field, and they went from trying for an extra point to the two-point conversion, and they were successful.
Yeah. (28-14). Oldham County 503 away from ending a 10-year losing streak in this battle with South Oldham. But it's a long 503.
Long way to go.
High drive and kick. Almost in the end zone. Brought out, though, across the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Slowing down. Nice return that time. I think that's Oliveras. Yeah, that won't fly. Can't do that.
Yeah, and we're getting very chippy. They're going to have, you know, that's a great run. Get the ball back, and now you're going to have a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, you're going to negate about half of what you just did. It was and Kyle Smith.
Just took his helmet off.
Oh,
30 yards penalty. He needs to go to the locker room and just, I tell you, I know this game is so important to these kids. And I'm not saying he needs to go to the locker room. I'm just saying he needs to get calmed down. But that's the 30 yards worth of penalty.
And when you're down 14 points, that's the last thing you needed. I would imagine he'll be going to the locker room independent of anyone's judgment at this point. But
boy,
yeah, what an unfortunate series of events. The Oldham County side, the players are running down the student section.
They're at this point having fun. You as a coach, though, want to get your players back and say, this game's not over.
Yeah, let's celebrate in 4:55 if the situation warrants.
You can run over to your students then, but right now we still need to finish this game out.
Well, I mean, the kind of play we just saw, you know, you can get carried away with your emotions and give up a chunk of field that you don't want to give up.
And again, that's when you have to think the game. You know, it was bad enough to get a 15-yard penalty, but then you get 30 after throwing your helmet.
Yeah, the confirmation of the penalties. Both applied.
2 unsportsmanlike penalties, both called on South.
I guess the one thing you have to look at if you are South is at least they were dead ball, so it's going to be 1st and 10 as opposed to 1st and 40, which it could have been.
Right. And I didn't see any indication that Smith is ejected, so I see him on the sideline. I guess he's allowed to stay.
When you're a coach, that's a learning experience.
Oh,
you
sure.
sit the kid down and you say, okay, let's talk about this. I know you made a mistake, but let's talk about it. Let's figure out how we don't let that happen the next time. Let's play smart football.
First and 10 at the 10. South Oldham, 90 yards and another touchdown away, 4:55 to go. Devlin McGee hands it off. Little inside run, gains a couple. Oldham County will watch that happen all day long at this point.
Absolutely. Like you said, 90 yards to go. You'll let them have 3 or 4 yards of play.
4:40 in the clock runs. It's 28-14. Call it a 3-yard pickup. McGee hands it off inside. Pickup of 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, you know, you don't have a whole lot of time. I think you're going to have to open up the playbook a little bit here because you've got to get some points on the board and have a 3rd and 6. Just a tough area here.
Actually, they put it just across the 15, so I'll call it 3rd and 5, but still, yeah. 4 minutes, clock running. Shotgun formation now for McGee. Little quick hitter. It's caught by the receiver. He's got the first down. He gets outside for some more. Nice play right there, Christian Danielson.
Little flanker screen. We've not seen that all night. He had his man out there for a block. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. That's what they have to do.
Also stops the clock with 3:53 to go. First and 10, their own 30. South Oldham Dragons trying to avoid slipping to 2 and 3. Devlin McGee claps his hands in the shotgun. Throws. Caught. It's Hayden out to the 35. But a good tackle there to keep him from gaining more and keep him in bounds. Justin Ruffin does a good job stopping it there.
Do not let him turn and get out of bounds.
Pick up a 5, 2nd and 5. Ball at the 35. 3:30 now to play. McGee rolls, looks, fires, tie, but it's caught. Or no, it's not. Incomplete. Thought he had it. Good play by the DB to separate the ball.
Good hit there. High pass, really good job by the receiver to pull it down, but just could not hold on to it.
3:23 to go.
What a great game tonight. You know, this time last week I was in bed already from the game that I got with a continuous clock in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah. A little different this week.
Absolutely.
3rd and 5 at the 35. McGee, tons of time, throws over the middle. What a catch. Out at the 47.
He had a defender just draped all over him. A nice catch. And held on to the ball. That's even more impressive.
Yeah. Just went up in traffic.
Well, that was number 8, Varner with the reception. Great hands, Varner.
Ryland Varner, the man with the grab. So 1st and 10 at the 47. And the whistle blows with 3:06 to play.
Timeout.
Looks like we've got a timeout. Oldham County 28, South Oldham 14. The Dragons trying to drive. 3:06 to go here on Glycod.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Oldham County 186 seconds away from ending a 10-year losing streak. South Oldham not ready to give it up yet, though. 1st and 10, their own 47. Quick hitter to Hayden. He's got some room. 50, 45. Slung down right at the first down sticks. Well, this guy's a player, young Mr. Hayden.
He is. He's not a big guy at all, but boy, he gets open, and once he catches the ball, he's hard to bring down.
1st and 10 at the 42, 2:55. 2-score game. McGee to Hayden, 35. Makes it 30. Taken down, but after a first down. He might just say throw the ball to Hayden until somebody stops him.
Yeah. And And if I'm Oldham County, I do just the opposite. You can throw it to anyone, but you're not going to give it to him. But that's much easier said than done.
That's unfortunately been the case for them, yeah. First and 10 at the 30. McGee rolls left. Trying to buy some time. Is he going to run? Yes, he is. Didn't get much. Picked up a couple, but stepped out of bounds.
Most important thing, he got out of bounds. That's what you want to do. Stop the clock. Save yourself a timeout.
2:38 to play. Gain of 3.
For Oldham County, this is going to be the longest 2:38 for the fans, for the players, for the coaches, for everyone involved.
Actually a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. At the 28. McGee going to throw. Resets, throws, incomplete. That was close to being a backward pass.
I was getting ready to say that's very close to being a lateral.
Wasn't really to anybody. Had it just been a lateral, it would have floated out of bounds for a couple-yard loss.
Well, I think he saw a receiver and the defensive lineman got in his way. He pumped, and then he had to just kind of make a throw out to the side.
3rd and 8 at the 28, 2:33 to play. South Oldham down 2 scores. 28-14. McGee. He's got time. He throws. What a catch. Nice grab, Jack McCubbin.
Very nice. Had to throw it all the way across the field. That was a nice throw, a nice catch for a first down.
He's out at the 16. He's on the field. He's cramped up.
Yeah.
Timeout.
So we will have an injury timeout. 2:28 to play, 28-14, but South Oldham driving. Stay tuned. You're on Glycod.
Summer is here. That puts a lot of strain on your air conditioner. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for an HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your air conditioner isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We're fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
South Oldham working toward a touchdown to pull within 1 score and make things real interesting here, Rick Reams.
Yeah, you can only do it one at a time. So you want to get the ball in the end zone here and then take it, see what you can get. Either kick it away and see if your defense can stop or go for an onside kick.
First down from the 16. McGee rolls wide. Sets, throws. Yeah, incomplete, but you can't do that.
No, hit him way early. They had 2 flags that time.
I'm not an expert on pass coverage, but you can't just chuck the receiver while the ball's in the air to him.
No, that one, as obvious as I thought the first one was, this one was much more so.
Yeah. But still, honestly, a good play for Oldham County. Don't give up, first and goal there. Possibly a touchdown.
Yeah, and the only thing I would say is it stops the clock. So.
That is true.
But now, as I talked about a lot last week, you can use the end zone to your advantage as a defender.
Oh, it's first and 2 from the 9. Not an automatic first down in the high school game. Quick hitter, Hayden, inside the 5. He's in the goal line. He's in the end zone. That's a touchdown.
Boy, I'll tell you what, you had a 30-yard penalty to start this drive. Your players didn't give up. They didn't hang their head. They moved the ball down the field. Still 2:16 left. That's a long time. I told you this is going to be the longest 3 minutes for Oldham to get out of this game.
28-20. Sam Reagan on for what could be a pivotal extra point. Snap's good. Kick is blocked, and it did not go through. So it's no good. It's 28-20. 2:16 to go. Stay tuned for this final 136 seconds here on Glycod.
2 minutes, 16 seconds left in this one.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Oldham County has never trailed. South Oldham is pulled to within one score again, 28-20, 2:16 to go. Sam Reagan has the ball teed up for what looks like an onside kick. Got to travel 10 yards, of course, or be touched. Here's the kick. It travels 10, it hits. That ball is a scramble on the ground. I think Oldham County was able to get on it.
Boy,
they were.
You know, sometimes you want that second hop up, but that one, boy, went dead against his feet. Boy, really, really good play.
And the worm killer almost got him right there.
Big defensive stand here.
Did get another score from my friend Greg Horn, who calls for LCA. Lexington Christian Academy head of Lexington Catholic 43-7.
Wow.
That's a surprising score.
That is. Two teams that have been very good early in the season, and sometimes them's the breaks.
That's exactly right. Now, if you're Oldham County, you can't just sit on the ball. You've got to play offense.
1st and 10 at the 50. A first down is probably what they're looking for. We'll see.
Ball security is the most important thing.
Grant Gilchrist is the tailback. Behind Sam Young. No surprise. Gilchrist, 5, 8 yards, 9 yards.
Again, one player away from busting it all the way. Wow.
The only thing I'll add about it is it looked kind of like he was carrying that ball like a loaf of bread through there, you know.
And I've noticed that's kind of been his MO tonight. He does not have ball security like I talk about. If I'm Oldham County, I tell my players 2 hands.
We'll keep it here. 2:01 to go. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Yeah, it's hold it like your newborn, not like your Wonder Bread at this point.
Absolutely. You know, they have the offense over there, the defense. Both coaches are building them up. Oldham County, as you said, a couple first downs can do the trick, but you don't want to do anything crazy and end up dropping that ball.
28-20. Oldham County got a performance by senior quarterback Sam Young, and we said it in the pregame. If they were going to end this streak, he was going to have to be at the middle of it. He's been at the middle of it.
He's been on every part of it.
2nd down and 2 at the 42. 2:01 to go. Young leaves it with the back. It's a first down, and he goes down inbounds. And that is Grant Gilchrist.
You just can't stress enough the way you go down, keep the ball inbounds, keep the clock moving. It'll stop briefly for them to reset the chains, but you do not want to go out of bounds here. You also, unless you have to, you don't want to throw a pass to, you don't want to have an incompletion, or you don't want to have an interception or a fumbled reception. So
yeah.
I'm looking at all the bad options.
Minute 40 and clock running. Oldham County up 28-20. 1st and 10. South Oldham 38. Time is on their side. Gilchrist inside, short yardage, picks up 2, picks up 3. Whistle stops it at a minute 23. Well, no, it's still not stopped.
Once again, a reminder.
And we have, as we said, we have no idea how many timeouts. I can't imagine that either team has a timeout.
South Oldham called it, so.
Yeah.
Both the teams line up on the 40s.
There's a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7, a minute 19.
Timeout. Once again.
Yeah, this is one spot where our kind friends here at Irvin Stadium have let us down a little bit with their timeout count on the scoreboard. It still says it's 3-3.
that way when the game started.
Yeah.
and that way now. So you talk about taking them with you to halftime. This game, who knows how many they have.
Keep them forever, yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you're South Oldham, you wish that was the case.
Yeah.
Unlimited timeout.
Everybody gets a timeout.
7 to go.
2nd and 7, Colonels. 79 seconds from wrapping up a big victory. Sam Young in tight under center. Keeps it himself. Pushes forward, gets a nice surge down to the 32.
Just a couple yards.
Yeah, they're not
Minute
taking
13.
a chance running outside. Okay, we have another. Oh, well, I heard
Okay,
him say
and
the final time.
that's it. So apparently that's it. 1:12, and South Oldham calls. What we are now told is, in fact, their final timeout. It'll be 3rd and 4 at the 32.
I'm going to give South Oldham student section props. They're still here.
Yeah.
They've not given up.
No.
They're still here. There's only 1:12 seconds left. You're down 8 points, but they still think they have it, and I love that about these kids.
Oh, sure. And I got a feeling if the scoreboard looked the other way, that Oldham County section would still be just as robust as it is.
And this is what high school sports is all about. Get two teams, get two fans, get bands. I tell you, dance teams. I'm just really impressed with the atmosphere here.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go, 3rd down and 4.
Friday night to remember. Be remembered a lot more fondly for Oldham County if they can hold on for 1:12. 3rd and 4 at the 32. 1:12, no timeouts for South Oldham. Sam Young needs 4 yards. They roll him right. He's not going to pass it. Here he goes. He's going to launch himself, and he's got the first down.
That pretty well puts a nail in it.
Saw him bootleg and thought, not a pass, not here.
And again, you got to give him props because, man, that cramp. He was running. He took a jump. Sometimes you plant that leg, and, boy, that cramp just comes back. But at this point, I don't think he's feeling any pain at all.
No. Inside a minute.
10 years are coming down to 1 minute.
What a big win this will be for Tayshawn McBroom in his first season with Oldham County. 46 seconds. Victory formation for the Colonels.
They're just looking at the back judge. He's got his hands up. 10 seconds left on the clock.
And they take the knee. 35 seconds. And they turn to that sideline now. They're ready to celebrate. South Oldham fought back valiantly, pulled within 1 score. But at the end of the day, Oldham County has killed a streak tonight. Counting down the final seconds, it's going to be Oldham County 28, South Oldham 20. And for Oldham County, the streak is dead. Long live the new streak.
Yes, they don't look back at any of those 10 years. Tonight is the night. This is the new future right here for them.
South Oldham, nothing to hang their heads about. A very competitive game. Fought hard, did some positive things. I think this is one you get in and you look at the film and you can see some things to correct and improve on in late October and November.
Again, you get ready for the playoffs. That's what everything's pointing towards. So this game hurts, yes, but learn from it and go from there and build up from there.
We're going to step aside, be back to review it, tell you our most outstanding players, catch you up on the scoreboard action from around the area. But the story from here, Oldham County streak busters tonight, winning over South Oldham 28-20 on Glycod.
Summer is here. That puts a lot of strain on your air conditioner. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for an HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your air conditioner isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We're fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, crestwoodcoinlaundryky.com.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, an inexpensive wooden one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Watts Home Center. Whether it's building, restoring, or improving your home, visit the experts at Watts. 2350 Commerce Parkway in LaGrange. Watts Home Center. Design that feels like home.
It's an emotional scene here at South Oldham as Oldham County wins this game for the first time in 11 years. They take the Trent DeJuro Trophy. We were hearing about it during the break. DeJuro played at Oldham County and South Oldham. He went on to the University of Kentucky, where he was an outstanding offensive lineman before he was tragically shot and killed. But his family was here tonight to present the trophy, as they have for 20-some-odd years in a row now. And it's a good commemoration of a young man who had some special Friday nights just like this one.
Yeah, taken much too early in just tragic circumstances. But you see tonight the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Yeah.
It's the old wide world of sports. And right now, Oldham County is doing what they should do. They're celebrating their victory after 10 straight years of not having that trophy.
Yep, planted their flag in the middle of the field. Well, let's recap the scoring. It was 14-7 at intermission. Probably the big key coming out of halftime. Felt like South Oldham had the momentum, but it was Oldham County who struck next. Gilchrist, who was Johnny on the spot tonight with several big runs, popped off a 30-yard touchdown run, extended their lead to 20-7. That was with 5:45 to go in quarter number 3. From there, South Oldham answered a 37-yard touchdown pass, McGee to Hayden. Extra point was good, pulled it to 20-14 with 10:10 to go. South Oldham had the ball, had the momentum, but then they lost a fumble deep in their own territory, and that was critical because a few plays later, Sam Young punched it in, was basically driven in by his running back, Shepard, from 5 yards out. That made it 28-14 after Shepard ran in the 2-point conversion with 5:03 to go. South Oldham didn't quit there. They came down, had a 9-yard scoring pass, McGee to Hayden, The extra point no good. That made it 28-20 with 2:16 to go. But from there, Oldham County able to cover the onside kick, run out the clock, and claim the victory.
Big night here. Big night for Oldham County. When I talked to Coach McBroom today at lunch, I tell you, I know he was ready for this game. Just an impressive victory. Just a great atmosphere. I tell you what, I don't think you could have asked for better. I got called up at the last minute from the bullpen. I was glad to be here. It was an exciting night, a beautiful place to watch football, and just a beautiful part of Kentucky.
Absolutely. It was all it should have been. Like you said, one fan base celebrating, one consoling, but that's Friday night here in the Bluegrass State.
Absolutely. Just, you couldn't ask for more.
Nope, 28-20 Oldham County the win. We're going to step aside for a minute, and then we'll be back with a scoreboard update and our naming of tonight's most outstanding players. Again, Oldham County with
Robert Lane is not a seasoned politician. He grew up in Oldham County and has been in the trenches alongside first responders for over 20 years. As sheriff, he will provide fresh, community-oriented policing perspectives while maintaining a duty to serve citizens fairly and impartially. Vote for a candidate with a servant's heart. Vote Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, committed to community.
I'm Robert Lane, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027. Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Summer is here. That puts a lot of strain on your air conditioner. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for an HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your air conditioner isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We're fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Oldham County a 28-20 winner here on Glycod. I wanted to circle back on this, Rick, because at the time it happened, I said, let's circle that play. That's a big one. It was when it was still 14-7. The two teams had traded punts, and Oldham County had a 4th and 4. I think they were slightly on their side of midfield. They were around midfield.
47-yard line. Came
out, went for it, didn't just go for it, but ran the ball on a stretch play that had been shut down for about a 4-yard loss 2 plays earlier, with Gilchrist, who, again, had 8 carries on the season coming into tonight. He got 5 yards, and really they never looked back.
No, that play, I tell you what, that's one that you look back and say as a coach, that was a great call, or you say, that was the most boneheaded thing I've ever done. But on that play, it worked out. He trusted his team. He trusted his offense. He gave it, as you said, to a kid who had run the ball 8 times all year. I think he has gained more playing time.
Yes, sir.
An excellent ball game, but boy, you're right. That right there could have turned the entire game on its head, and it did, but it went the way that Oldham County wanted it to go.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Why don't you give us a scoreboard update, Rick? What's going on out there?
What I have right now is I have North Oldham leading Western 14-0.
Now, stop. I'm going to guess that that's 7 safe. No, I'm kidding. We had the 4-0 score, so it's probably
exactly
conventional, but okay.
I would love to see it.
Yeah.
You have Bullitt East winning at home over Bullitt Central 52-33 with 2:29 left in the third. Shelby County is up 28-7 at North Bullitt in the third quarter with about 3 minutes left. And again, as I said earlier, you had Lexington Christian big over Lexington Catholic.
I think we got the game of the night so far.
Absolutely. I tell you, I love these games. I love to be part of it. It's to me almost more fun when I'm not cheering for anyone because I don't have to be nervous. I can just sit out here and watch a good display of athletic players, and they had a little chippiness at the end of the game, but for two teams to be a rival, you did not see a lot of ugliness that you may have seen at other times. But I'm going to give these coaches, these players, and their school credit for that.
Yeah, they played like they understood what was on the line, and with some very minor and very occasional exceptions, kept it emotionally in check.
And kept it between the lines, which is where it needs to
be. That's it. That's what we're here for anyway. So we're going to step aside one more time for a quick word from our sponsors. Be back to tell you about tonight's most outstanding players. You can imagine it's been an interesting conversation here because there were plenty of outstanding performances to choose from in Oldham County's 28-20 win over South Oldham here on Glycod.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wooden one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that could put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For your surprisingly great home and auto rate, call State Farm agent Brian Morrison in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're tuned in to Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Glad to have you back with us here at South Oldham, where the Dragons come up short, 28-20, and a loss to the Oldham County Colonels. Time for our Most Outstanding Player. Tonight's Most Outstanding Players are brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Visit their Crestwood location at 6159 West Highway 146 or online at andersonssales.com. Boy, we talked about a lot of players on both sides of this. For South Oldham, Devlin McGee was tough. Took some licks, made some mistakes, kept fighting. But ultimately, the guy we picked for the Dragons was his outstanding receiver, Connor Hayden.
Yeah, at points tonight, he was unstoppable. It wasn't just catching the ball, but it was yards after the catch that was so impressive. And when they needed a big play, that's who they went to. That, to me, is how you know who the most outstanding player is, who gets the ball in the big moments.
Yeah, had 2 touchdowns, a 37-yarder and a 9-yarder. Connor Hayden, definitely a guy to watch for in the passing game with him moving forward. On the Oldham County side, we were both very impressed with Gilchrist. Again, a guy who had 8 carries on the season. And like you, I think they may have found something tonight moving forward. I like what Shepard brings as a power back for them, but Gilchrist, their offense just kind of took on another tempo when they had him in at running back.
Exactly. Kind of a yin and a yang there. You get big power, and then you get small quickness.
Yeah, it worked well, had a touchdown. But the guy ultimately we had to choose as most outstanding player for them was the guy we picked out in the pregame as a key, and he was.
Yeah, you just don't get a whole lot better than tonight. I don't know what his stats ended up being, but Sam Young, just a great player. He had 2 touchdowns passing, 1 touchdown running. That gives him a 15 on the year. Just was a difference maker. And we even saw it, especially, that's the case when on that 4th down, not the one they did get, the one they were thinking about, he went down for a cramp, and boy, you could tell right away they went for the punt. That's how you know the most outstanding player. And I know that Sam Young would want to give his offensive line a huge pat on the back, and I'm going to give him a pat on the back too. But by far the most outstanding player, who's been in this rivalry for 4 years, finally brings the victory home in his last year. He will never forget this night.
That's right. Congrats to Sam Young. Congrats to Mr. Hayden as well on the other side. And thanks for joining us. On behalf of my friend Rick Reams, I'm Joe Cox. Special thanks to our in-studio producer Steve Bird, our on-the-spot man Colby Martin, our cameraman whose name unfortunately escapes me, but he was an honorary player of the game. But thanks for coming along with our team tonight. For the best in Central Kentucky sports, check out glycod.com. Glad to have you with us tonight. Once again, good evening from Oldham County, Kentucky, where the Oldham County Colonels able to snap the streak with a 28-20 win over the South Oldham Dragons. Thanks for listening. Good night.
From Glycod, this has been Oldham High School's football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, outdoor equipment specialists who make your life easier. Thompson Heating and Cooling, where your comfort comes first. Roy's Body and Glass Shop, locally owned and operated with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. LaGrange Service Center, quality car care since 1964. Watts Home Center in LaGrange, design that feels like home. Metro Windows, State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley. Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff. And by Lawson Financial.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.